Prayer for the ops. Swag team featuring Take Note, Jody, Benji, Flawless. Big up my swag team for real.
Let's fucking go, baby. Let's get it. Yeah. Mach 11, dead him. Send a nigga back to heaven. Just to go and meet his brethren. You can tell the Lord that I sent him. Say it. Aiming. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. Mach 11, dead him. Send a nigga back to heaven. Just to go and meet his brethren. You can tell the Lord that I sent him. Say it. Aiming. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11.
That's really bad, gorgeous. Diamonds impeccable, flawless. New age plug cordless. Roll with some killers, lawless. I take a nap and I send them to hell. Pour one out for them others as well. Swag team and take no. Jane North, talking about shells. I pull up on the scene and I'm bringing the crowd. They just think it's a dream. Ain't no bitches allowed. The way that I spit is a nightmare. They take for all of these babies, it's not fair. I'm the best of the crying in high chairs, sending them straight back to heaven with slide prayers. Painting footprints on doors, like cares. Trying to get out of clubs, it's a nightmare. Send them straight back to heaven with slide prayers. Painting footprints on doors, it's a nightmare. Yo, painting footprints on doors, it's a nightmare.
Mach 11, dead him. Send a nigga back to heaven. Just to go and meet his brethren. You can tell the Lord that I sent him. Say it. Aiming. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. Mach 11, dead him. Send a nigga back to heaven. Just to go and meet his brethren. You can tell the Lord that I sent him. Say it. Aiming. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11.
Cooking the method electrically, naturally came with the remedy. My flow be heavenly, like I got bands when we travel the galaxy. Body blows, now they just dropping like dominoes. Slip up the decimal, came with the booking flow. Yeah, they know. Calls on the cellular, always been popular, never been regular. Came off the dome, fly up to Rome, still on the phone. Girl with the jugular, set with the temperature, lost in the nebula. Catch us in two like the molecule. Checking my DNA, darker than liquor. Drop on my enemies like my name Hercules. What? Speaking to French, I'll be shooting the messenger. Drinking the pain, I will talk to your brain like it's Morpheus. Sipping Courvoisier, came with the duffel bag. TBE, packages bookie, swimming jacuzzis. Now they just bougie, beauty. Red like a ruby, trying to be on me.
Mach 11, dead him. Send a nigga back to heaven. Just to go and meet his brethren. You can tell the Lord that I sent him. Say it. Aiming. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. Mach 11. Dead him. Just to go and meet his brethren. You can tell the Lord that I sent him. Say it. Aiming. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11. We're blowing now 9/11.
Praying for the ops that ain't worth my time. You in the streets, earning stripes, putting bags on peeps, not Birkin like. I'm God like on track in his church is mine. My sermon's fine. Yeah, break bread and serve some wine. Don't let no ops just lurk inside. No more pitch drinking, curling vibes. Wizard with the pen, I'm learning life. My verse is divine. Words inspire in perfect time. Nurtured right. Yeah, man, there be learning lines, rehearsing lines. Trust me, far from certified. Active while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ops to feel like that yearning guy on Merseyside.
Send that nigga back to heaven. Just to go and see his brothers. Tell the Lord that I sent him.
Daddy.
Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Man United podcast, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by my special guest, co-host on Tuesdays, Ivorian is in the building, and the Man United podcast is the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. That track you heard there playing before we started the podcast, Prayer for the Ops, official video out now on the Swag Team Empire YouTube. It's been out for I think it's been 2 weeks now. So YouTube, Swag Team Empire, Swag Team Jody featuring Jay North, Benji, and myself, Prayer for the Ops. So official video out and out across all streaming platforms as well, Spotify and Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, and wherever you listen to music as well. But let's get straight to it. Manchester United, you know what I'm saying? The drama the gift that keeps on giving. Pure drama. Always game week 2, people. Game week 2, and we are in the trenches of the trenches of the trenches. And the fact that we lost 4-0 to Brentford, and that's not even top 2 things we have to talk about, lets you all you need to know. We lost 4-0 to Brentford, people. And still, that is not even top 2 subjects to talk about with this football club. But Ivorian, before we get to all of that, how are you doing? How are you doing outside of football?
Outside of football, I'm okay, man. I'm keeping myself up together, man. Big up Eddie for that comment. You know, we're all wearing black because our team is dead. That's why we're all in black today, bro. We are just out here celebrating a funeral for Manchester United. Yeah, but apart from that, your boy Ivorian Spice is doing well, lively, you know, in good spirits as always. You know, try to find something that cheers me up outside of the Premier League or outside of football. Do you get me? But Flawless, how are you? And besides, let me just tell you one thing. Pray for the ops, because I've been paying attention. I don't know about you. It's been out for 3 weeks.
Is it 3 weeks? Okay.
Yes,
I didn't know if it was 2, 3. I don't know. All the days roll into one. You feel me in that? Because all the days there's so much going on. All the days just roll into one. But yeah, 3 weeks go run that up. But yeah, man, I'm blessed. And please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back afterwards, please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Share this across all the socials as well. And subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Hit that like button. Share across all the socials. You can see my Twitter and Instagram right there. And that's me, Flawless. You can find all of Ivorian socials through mine as well, and subscribe to the channel as well. Roll to 5K on the channel, hit the notification bell as well as that, and go subscribe to Red United TV. I will add that link into the title. Big up Eddie who's in the cut, says big up my G's, like how y'all both got on black because we putting these bums in red in the dirt. Oh, we gonna get to all of that. Malcolm says we ain't making it out the hood. Yeah, we gonna find out. Better like the stream, people, says Daniel. Big up to Daniel. Large up little bro Ryan in the cut who says big up. He says like the video and subscribe. Go Easy says after 40 minutes I left. I just couldn't keep watching. I've never been this deflated. Ryan goes on to say I'm predicting a draw for the game against you lot. He is a Liverpool fan. Surfer says I'm not. The sun is shining and Man U being shit is like Christmas in July, or in this case in August. Hold that, Flawless and Eddie. Yo, Surfer, shut up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What a great finish from Havertz from 6 yards out. But anyways, as we move on, let's talk about, so as you can see from the title, people, Cristiano Ronaldo, this saga continues longer than the Dragon Ball Z saga. This is longer than the Namek saga, the Frieza saga, 110%. So Cristiano Ronaldo for sale. Obviously, I put a question mark on it. Is it Cunha from Atletico Madrid? We've been linked with him. And then the 4-0 loss to Brentford, plus more people. So Ivorian, where do you want to start? Do you want to go with Cristiano Ronaldo? I can't pronounce I'm just gonna call him. I can't even pronounce his name.
Cunha.
Is it Cunha?
Yeah,
is it Cunha?
Like that. Yeah,
is it? All right, Cunha from Atletico Madrid, or you know what I'm saying, or the loss to Brentford. Where do you want to start from?
You know, it's too much for me, you know, because if we start off with Ronaldo, we're going to lose our head. We go over the Cunha thing from what's been happening today, we're probably going to lose our head. And we're going to definitely lose our head if we talk about this us being stung by the bees. Do you get me? Flawless, I don't know where to start from, you know. I'll be honest with you. Like, if we could just do a roulette and just spin the wheel and let it land on something.
Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll start with the Ronaldo one. We'll start with the Ronaldo situation because there's mixed reports. So there's mixed reports in regards to mixed. Some sources are saying that Manchester United are opening to listen to offers. Ten Hag's open to listen to offers as well. Whereas, what did I see?
Glazer.
Yeah. Reports is, let me start that over. This is how Manchester United got me all discombobulated people. Like, I don't even know where to start. And even the sources as well. So some sources are saying Manchester United are open to selling him. We all know Ronaldo's open to leaving. Ten Hag's open also to selling him. But then other reports are saying Manchester United insist he is not for sale. So your thoughts as this saga rolls on, is like your viewpoint still the same? Has it changed? Considering how bad we are, do you want him to leave? Do you want him to stay? Talk to me, Ivorian.
I just have to take a deep sigh, guys. Regarding this Cristiano Ronaldo situation, as you can see, it's been hanging all over the cloud and has actually started to take the dressing room and take the way Manchester United play. my stance still remains the same regarding Cristiano Ronaldo, because at the end of the day, you came here knowing that we were shit. We had a shit manager. We had some shit players. And you knew that for the last 4 to 5 years, Manchester United haven't won anything and still trying to strive to win things, you know. You left us with the same owners and came back to the same owners. So you knew exactly what you walked into. Ronaldo, my stance is that Ronaldo should leave if he wants to leave, you know. If he wants to stay, he can stay and try and help this club try and achieve something if they can, or get out of this relegation zone that we are in. From the reports that we are reading, Flawless, it's like Jorge, you know, Jorge Mendes is still. He's a whore. I keep saying this before. He's out here whoring around these players, isn't it? Yeah.
Jorge, yo, the way you say that with such vim, yo, you say that with a lot of vim, but go on,
Trust me. Jorge Mendes is still working to find a solution, potentially someone that can take him. And then we had, of course, sources saying that Joe Glazer himself is against the prospect of Man United selling Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, we all know why, because of the money and the stocks and etc. But Eric Ten Hag as well has privately been receptive to selling Ronaldo for the week. But the Glazers have so far resisted any proactive attempts to sell him. So in this current situation out here, it's split decision between the board and the manager, you know. Ronaldo should leave, Flawless, because at the end of the day, I feel sorry for him as well. Like you saw him on Sunday while he was getting stung by the bees, with his hands up, fed up, shaking his head, wondering what the hell, what the hell. And for him, with his legacy, like, it's just gonna taint his legacy. In my opinion, again, Ronaldo, just save yourself, leave, because between me and you. And Flawless and everyone else that's supposed to be United, we can't leave, but you can. We want to leave.
Yeah,
but we can't leave.
We want to leave. We'll be stuck here. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we're gonna be stuck here because this is our club. This is our what? Like, for us, man, this is like a long-term relation. This is the longest relationship we've ever had with anything.
This is us with 4 or 5 kids. We ain't going nowhere, man.
We ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere, man.
But basically, the mom. No disrespect to any mothers, like, we're basically the baby mama that's stuck with the kids for the rest of the 18 years of life. While Ronaldo, he's like the baby daddy that can just leave anytime he wants to and come back when he wants to.
Here's the thing, is
because
we was talking about this yesterday when I did the show, obviously, with Jez and Peter. Shout out to Jez and Peter doing the crossover with the Chelsea and Spurs podcast. And someone else said in the comments, like, "Oh, I feel for Ronaldo because he's kind of being scapegoated," and he is being scapegoated.
He is,
like 110%. Like, when you see the reports about he's eating by himself, he's toxic in the dressing room, I think all of that is rubbish. That Ronaldo being toxic in the dressing room isn't the reason why Manchester United got beat 4-0 by Brentford. You know what I'm saying? Ronaldo being toxic in the dressing room isn't the reason why Manchester United lost to Brighton on the opening day. I'm saying Ronaldo being toxic in the dressing room isn't the reason why De Gea chucked the ball in his own net. I'm saying Ronaldo being toxic in the dressing room isn't the reason why De Gea passed the ball to Eriksen and he had 3 better options. That's just bad decision making. So that's where it is. But the reason why I don't feel sorry for him is because you made this bed. This is on you. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying all of this yesterday. Karma does not miss. Karma does not miss, people. And when I say that, it's because he should have done his due diligence coming here in the first place. He only came back to Manchester United because it was convenient for him, people. Let's call it what it is. And I have no issue with that, because football's a what have you done for me lately sport, and it's very selfish. Cool. Footballers, managers, clubs all do what they think is the best of them. It's not personal. Don't take it personal. It is business. But you made this bed. Now you have to lie in it. I could have told him, easy, just watch the team. So you fought under Oli with Pep and Klopp in the league and Tuchel as well. So you had the Premier League champions, you had a Liverpool side in the Klopp and the European champions all in the league. And you was managed by Oli, and you thought you was going to come to this team and we was going to challenge for major honors. Manchester United haven't competed for major honors in nearly 10 years since 2013. Competed, people, not won, competed. We've been nowhere. We've not been in a Premier League title race, and we've been nowhere near a Champions League final. We've been nowhere near a Champions League semi-final. I think we've reached 2 quarterfinals. I think Moyes made one and Oli made one. So we've reached 2 quarterfinals in near enough 10 years. What made you think we was going to compete? What made you do your due diligence? But again, he only came to Manchester United because we were the only ones stupid enough to take him. And when I say that is, No team who was trying to compete for major honors in 2022 is having a 37-year-old up front. Not one. Not a one. And if you do have a 37-year-old up top, he is an exception to the rule. He is Benzema level. He is Lewandowski level. And Cristiano Ronaldo is not that. And you know how I know Cristiano Ronaldo is not that? Because he has been available for a long time and not one official bid has come in. Timo Werner got to move, people. Timo Werner got to move. Andreas Pereira got to move. Look at it. Anthony Gordon just had a 45 million bid put in for him. Chelsea's striking options are Kai Havertz and Michy Batshuayi, and Tuchel still said nah. Because Ronaldo is not it. Look at the teams he's been linked with. PSG, which they're all about the brand, and Ronaldo would be great for their brand. They said no. City said no. Liverpool said no. We seen the clip of Perez when somebody asked him, Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, and he said, what, bring back Ronaldo? Man laughed. Man laughed. But we're the only ones foolish enough, and he overestimated his own value thinking he was going to get a move. And now nobody's come in for him, and now he's come back. And I have no issue with him wanting to leave. I understand it. Everything Ivorian mentioned, I fully understand. But you're a part of the reason why we're in this situation. You are a part of the team that had our worst ever season last season. Is he the most at fault? Absolutely not. Is he top 5? No. Is he top 10? Probably not. But you're still a part of the reason because, like I said, let you Manchester United have had a successful season last season. Then he'd be here getting the praise. The comments would be full of people saying, why are you putting it on Ronaldo? We won the league. He did this, he did that. This is why I didn't want this guy in the first place. And now we're seeing his value in the market. Somebody said it in the comments yesterday. Don't tell me the business is good and you have no customers. And that's what it is. People are telling he's got the winning mentality. He scored 18 goals in the worst Manchester United side. And I say this all the time. He gives you goals and not much else. That's just what it is, people. And we ain't going anywhere with him. Adding the fact, the reason why I have this energy for him is because he wants to leave, which I understand him. Leave. All the rumors about Manchester United terminate his contract. Yes.
No, Flawless. No, we don't terminate nothing. Buy out your contracts. You want to leave. You want out. There's no such thing as that. We don't do that here, Manchester. We don't terminate contracts unless you're Phil Jones or Alexis Sanchez. Apart from that, you the one that came out and said you want to come out of this contract. You want to leave. So you know what to do. Give us our money back that we was going to pay you, and then you can leave. And a lot of football players do that, buy out their contract. And Ronaldo, you're a rich man. Buy out your contract and keep it moving. Why don't you want to do that?
Facts.
Why? No, seriously. Why doesn't he want to buy his contract?
Because you know why? That's a very, very bad look if he has to do that. Ronaldo out of contract's not a good look. For him, I'm saying, like his brand. And the Ronaldo stands will be in the mud with that. Because I'm tired. What annoys me more is the Ronaldo stand. Why do you defend this man so much? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, I legit don't. If he had brought success to Manchester United last season and people are defending him, I'd understand. If he was new like a Martinez, like a Malacia, like a Ericsson, and somebody's defending him, I understand. Ten Hag's new here. I understand. It's like people who defend Luke Shaw or defend Harry Maguire or defend Bruno Fernandes or Marcus Rashford and all these players that have been here and put us in this predicament. All Manchester United fans are upset that we're a Europa League side. But we're a Europa League side. You know why? Because we have Europa League level players. You know how I know we have Europa League level players? Because we're in the fucking Europa League, people. Exactly. And people don't like that. Why do you defend these, man? And this is why I've said Sancho has this season to turn it around for me. Otherwise, I'm going to not defend him anymore. The only reason why I'm giving him a bly and Varane a bly is because it's been one season. I'm not going to write you off after one season. I need a bigger sample size. But this season, you both have to deliver. 110% you both have to deliver. If not, I'm putting you in the bracket with Rashford and Ronaldo and Bruno and Shaw and Maguire and Lindelof and all these other players as well. You have to deliver this season. That's why I want to hear people getting on Ten Hag already. He's played 2 matches.
Absolutely.
He's two matches he's played. Yeah, let me continue to run through the comments as well. Please keep all your comments and questions Manchester United related, people. We ain't making out of the hood. Says Malcolm, I have to get back to that. Yeah, absolutely. Big up Daredevil. Says, big up Flawless Ivorian and everyone else. Love from the USA here. 2 games in and already things are looking peak. Hope for the best. Born United, live United, and die United. Oh, yeah. To the fullest. Like, I'm here. Flawless, please tell me that you don't believe that United will get Casemiro. Of course I don't think we'll get Casemiro. I'm not foolish. Like, I said this after the Brentford game. We are going to get linked to everybody. It's going to literally be a new player every 24 hours. Every day you wake up, Manchester United are going to be linked to somebody new all of the time. So do I believe we're going to get Casemiro? No. As in Cunha saying no, I don't know how true that source is that said that. I take all of this with a pinch of salt. Take it all with a pinch of salt. Real Zlatan says, this Ronaldo saga dominates the headlines almost every day. Just terminate his contract and let him leave. I'm with that Real Zlatan. I agree. Big up Time to Shine as well. Says, big up fellas. Need Danny and Eddie to join for more therapy and carnage. Yeah, you'll see. Like I said, Danny may be around. I don't think Eddie's about, but he is in the comments. But they know they're both more than welcome. Ryan saying, if United got Casemiro, that's the sign of the season. Why would Casemiro come here at this point? Like, it makes no sense. Ronaldo can leave, bro. Make sure the door hits him on the way out. Like I said, I'm not even mad at him wanting to leave. I get it. But what I have an issue with is with his stance and his stance. Why not say it earlier? That was the only thing I didn't like was the timing of it. You knew we wasn't playing Champions League football for a long time. And people say, oh, it's because of the window we was having. He wanted to put pressure on the Glazers. No, he's all about himself. And again, I have no issue with that. That's just the clear observation. Yeah, man. Go easy, you're right. The way we were conned into getting CR7 back was absolutely criminal. Ridiculous. I'm saying ridiculous. And Bruno says, I'll let you answer this question first. Do you think the new Glazers out movement will yield any results? Over to you, Ivorian.
I don't even know, man. Regarding this new Glazer out movement, listen, they've been here for a very long time with a lot of protests after years and years on protests, and they've never decided to sell. Looking at the current situation now, Flawless and Bruno, it's looking a bit quite peak that every week there's a banner up. You know, the last 2 weeks there's been a banner up. There's been a protest before the matches, and you've got this guy that wants to put a bid in and make a consultant to actually go and buy Manchester United. Whether that's going to happen or not, we shall see. I think his name is Michael Keeney or Kennedy or something like that. And he wants to get like Sir Jimmy Radcliffe to be involved to buy it. But at this present moment, even with Gary Neville's little escapade with Jamie Redknapp, and now finally starting to speak about the owners and the Glazers, and you're wondering, where was that in the last 10 years, bro? When we was going nowhere as a football club, and all of a sudden, because things are really peak and shit has hit the fan to the most extent, is now you want to start echoing your voice like to be heard. I just don't know, man. I really don't know. Us as fans, and especially as a Glazers, as a businessman, in my degree in business, I wouldn't sell Manchester United. I wouldn't sell as much as you guys want me out. You can throw gas bombs in my house. You can give me death threats and etc. It's the fact that Manchester United make that mullah. But this fans Glazer out movement won't change anything until the right person steps up to them and gives them an offer. Because they all take this. They don't live here. They don't even probably see the news and check out that people are protesting. You know, they don't know. They're unaware of it. Like, they don't give a shit. Like, you saw our owner tell everyone that Cristiano Ronaldo joined us at the age of 16 to his American football colleagues to motivate them. And knowing that Cristiano Ronaldo joined us at 18 tells me that these men don't give a shit because they're sitting there with their chest from their PAs. Their secretary that wrote a note saying that Ronaldo joined us at the age of 16. Flawless, did Ronaldo join us at the age of 16?
I think it's 17, 18. Yeah, one out of two.
So he's already getting things wrong. So that's how you know my man doesn't really care about Manchester United. Nothing will change until someone super rich will come and step up to these men and say, you know what, I've had enough. Unless the government wants to get involved, or someone from some kind of legislation team that gets himself and legislation enforcer for the Premier League comes and steps in, because the way the Glazers, bought Manchester United is criminal. It's a cheat. A loan and then transfer your own personal debt into Manchester United's record book and never, ever pay off the debt but service it. Almost about £2 billion has been taken out of servicing that 600 million debt. And the debt still stands at 600 million. While they've taken out almost over £1 billion, never reinvested anything back into the club. And you see how the club is right now. Everyone talks about that leaky tapping stadium, which I've never really experienced, but I'm very sure you, Flawless, have probably got to that situation where the roof is leaking on top of you on a pouring night in Old Trafford at 8 p.m. under the floodlights,
Fortunately enough, I've never been close to the hole in the roof when I've been at OT, thankfully. You know what I'm saying? I was planning on going OT because I thought, we'd actually play some. I'm glad I've not been. I could have went Brighton. I could have went Brighton, and I'd decided against it. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go. But I'm still planning on getting to games, but we just need to, pick up some form. Go on.
Ultimately, like, again, with the whole, even with the Ronaldo coming back after 10 years, telling us that the swimming pool is still the same swimming pool that we've had since he's left, never been upgraded as well. And even the players complaining that it's been broken for 6-7 months. And the training ground not modernized, the youth academy not modernized, the youth training not modernized. It just shows that they don't really care. Nothing can make them go unless someone comes in.
It's big. It's just money. It's a big offer. That's what
unless a big offer comes in. So yeah, to answer your question, Bruno, no. It won't end in anything. Well, we've seen enough. How many times are people going to tell you that, oh, fuck's sake, man, go and get the Norwich scarf again. I'm tired, bro. Just go and get me my Norwich scarf so I can go with my yellow and green crap and all that kind of stuff. How many times have we done that? Your Norwich scarf?
Yeah. The green and gold to the club.
Bro, it's a Norwich scarf, fam. What's the point of you going the green and gold, bro? That's a Norwich scarf, fam. There's nothing different. All it's got is a Norwich badge on it, bro.
This guy,
that's what it is every week. Go and get my Norwich scarf, and I'm fucking tired. Let's protest again, bro. And what has it resulted to? Nothing. All it's been resulting to is white lies and sweet lies from the Glazers. Flawless. They said they was going to introduce a fan scheme last season. Yeah,
they did say that. They did.
That was last season. They said they'll get it out at the start of the last season. Till this day, that doesn't exist as we speak right now. Yeah. That's how much you don't give a shit about how your feelings and how you and your support for Manchester United. They don't give a shit. So yeah, we're going to be in a situation for a very long time unless someone wants to do us a favor, or unless God wants to do us a favor and make sure that these men are out the picture. And I'm not trying to promote bad things. I'm just saying out the picture. It doesn't have to be anything bad. It's just that just get them out of Manchester United in any way, shape, or form. I just don't care no more.
Well, absolutely. But yeah, to Bruno, do I think the new Glazers out movement will yield any results? No, because I don't believe our fan base is too big, and there's no one sole person we all listen to. Everyone has their own ideas of how to get the Glazers out and what needs to be done. The same way how everyone has their own ideas on the manager. Everyone has their own thoughts on all the players. People look at this with the Ronaldo situation. Even when something's as clear as this, you still have people defending him. Even with Ollie, someone who's clearly not good enough, you still have people defending him. So no. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no chance. Our fan base ain't serious. And all they do is shut us up with a new shiny toy. New signing. If we sign, let's say it was Casemiro hypothetically, or we get a Gakpo, or we get a Cunha, or we get a Anthony, or any of these players, give us 2, 3, 4 players, we're going to shut up. Bainesy said it yesterday. It's like, it's Glazers out when we lose or draw. But when we win, everybody shuts up. And I thought we was getting somewhere when we locked off the Liverpool game and we had them protests. And then I think we signed Ronaldo and everybody shut up. Like, simple as that. Like, people don't really want what's best for Manchester United at the expense of their personal feelings. Like, I push my personal feelings to the side. I don't care if they get rid of all the players I rate and all my favorite players. I've said it before, I'll say it again. My only interest is Manchester United being successful. I don't care who's managing. I don't care who's playing. I don't care if they come through the academy. I don't care if they're from the UK. I don't care if they're European. I don't care if they're African. I don't care if they're Asian. I don't care if it's Caribbean. I don't care if they come from Wakanda, Old Asgard, New Asgard, Springfield, Woodcrest. I don't care. Like, can you perform when you get on the football pitch? People telling me about Rashford talking about his off the field stuff. What does he do on the pitch?
Off my ass.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Manchester United FC, people. FC, which stands for football club. What do you do on the football pitch for this club? Same way with Ronaldo, same way with Bruno, same way with McTominay, same way with De Gea. I've spoken on this many a time. Like, this is why I've been so critical when people were criticizing. Shout out to my guy Emmanuel. I've not seen him in a minute. I hope he's blessed. Me and him had many back and forths about De Gea. Spoke about this goalkeeper in depth many a time. Like, his mentality has been an issue. Them mistakes he made there are not skill. That's just concentration. That's not a skill thing. Not good enough. Sums up like the club should have never gave him the contract in the first place because he wasn't getting that big money anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You right, King K. You already know. You get the reference, man. My man Flawless said he don't mind if they come from the town Boondocks, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Are they good? Can they propel us to success? That's all I'm fussed about. You lot, hey, there's over 50 of you lot locked in. Let's get the likes up, please, man. Get us up to 40 likes and subscribe if you are new as well. Ryan says, you reckon Varane starts against us? and he's a Liverpool fan. I don't know what Ten Hag does. Normally, I have some ideas and some solutions. Outside of starting a back five with the 3 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs, I don't know what else he can do in terms of personnel. But I would personally like to see us go to a back five. And it is against Ten Hag's principles, but you have to work with what you've got. And the one place we actually have options is centre-back. Because you have Varane, you have Martinez, you have Lindelof, you have Bailly, you have Maguire, you have Luke Shaw, who can play as a left-sided centre-back as well. So you got options in there. So I would go to a back five. Does he play Varane? I don't know, Ryan. I don't know. What are you saying? Do you reckon Varane starts against Liverpool on Monday?
Ideally, as a Manchester United fan in my head and my hand on my... Sorry, I can't get anything.
Yeah.
Guys, it's hard. It's hard right now. But yeah. So like with Varane, I'm hoping he does, you know. But honestly speaking, you look at Ten Hag, the way things are, and the way Maguire still gets game time. I don't know if he'll probably stick with Lindelof. Our guy is I will say Ten Hag is very shrewd, meticulous, and also at the same time stubborn with his principles and his ways. And you did say it's against his ways. Maybe playing 3 at the back would be ideal against Liverpool, knowing that we're quite vulnerable at the moment, defensively, and also in midfield we're light in midfield, and we just don't win any midfield battles. So against Liverpool, and where it's crucial to try and compete with them in the midfield, although I know that we can't compete with Liverpool in the midfield with that same energy, playing 3 at the back will be ideal. If you want to play Martinez, Maguire, and Varane, Maguire hopefully in the middle, because we don't want Maguire on any of those flanks on the left centre-back or the right centre-back hand side, because he will get eaten up for pace. So you might as well just stay in the middle and play sweeper role. So yeah, I'm hoping he does, because I can't get over my head that a World Cup winner, a 4-time Champions League winner, can't start ahead of a Manchester United captain that's never achieved anything. Runners-up for the Euros, runners-up for Europa League. He was injured as well, relegated Hull and etc. And we're picking him over a serial winner, a leader, a strongly mental man like that's played football at the highest level since the age of 19. You know, I can even understand Martinez starting, because Martinez probably got more of a winning mentality than Maguire. You know, he's from Ajax. He's won some trophies, you know. You get me? He can pump his chest up and tell Maguire, put your medal on your medal on the table to him. And Maguire got nothing to give to him. You know, so it just shocks me, Flawless, how Varane is not starting. I know he's got a fitness issue. I know he gets injured, but come on, man. He's supposed to be starting ahead of Harry Maguire.
Right. I hear you. I think it's just more so he's just assessing everybody. That's why I look at it. Like,
well, we've assessed Maguire enough. Like, come on,
I think he's seen it now. No, we have, because we've seen him since he got here. For Ten Hag, his training sessions, 1 pre-season and 2 matches. So everybody's new to him. So that's what it is. Like, we know this. If we went in to manage Manchester United, me or you are not starting Maguire. Like, we know, but we've seen enough. We have a big enough sample size to look from, whereas Ten Hag doesn't. This is why when people are like, oh, we should have stripped him of the captaincy, and give it to who? Who's that? Someone tell me. Outside of Martinez, who's new, who'd you give the captaincy to? Because the most senior players, Ronaldo, who's one of the most senior players, wants to leave. Bruno, who's one of the most senior players, is always has the worst attitude on the pitch. Varane has only been here a season, and we need to know if he can stay fit. De Gea's making mistakes left, right, and center. Luke Shaw is one of our worst outfield players and never holds himself or anybody accountable. Doesn't hold himself accountable or any others either. So who does he give the captaincy to? Somebody tell me. As much as I want to see Maguire have captaincy,
as far as I'm concerned, the last person that walked out to make a team speech on the post-match analysis was David De Gea. And you look at our captain hiding. Our captain didn't even know which dressing room he was in on the weekend. He almost walked into the home team, which makes sense because he plays against us anyway. Man, and the funny thing is that you're following people going into the dressing room. How do you lose your sense of awareness while you're in a queue in a line walking together? How the fuck do you do that, bro, and end up in the wrong room almost by accident? Like that's our leader. That's our leader leading us into the wrong room and etc. And the following week before that, the home game. How did David De Gea tell you that this is where we line up, bro? And that's our captain. Our captain doesn't even know where we line up when it comes to enter out to the tunnel, onto the pitch. And he's been here for 2 years. It's not like you don't know where your local chippy shop is, you know, or where your local barber is. You've been here for 2 years, bro. You know who Kathy is in the canteen. You get me? So how do you not know where we line up when we come out the tunnel, bro? And someone saw out these you got some trolls again.
Yeah. We're dealing with him. Don't worry about it. And the slow mode is on people. Don't worry about
it's just weird, man. To me, honestly speaking, from our heritage, from how we grew up as Manchester United fans, yeah, mostly the captain armband always goes to the most senior person that's got the most appearances and etc. And that's always has been. And that changed when Ollie came in here and gave someone that was here for 6 months captaincy armband, when technically it should have gone to David De Gea because he's the most senior player at that moment there. And again, David De Gea came out and spoke to the fans, and guess what? Guess what he did? He held himself accountable for his performance. Can Maguire do that? Maguire will tell you that me and Martinez, me and Lucha, like you know him from a long time ago, like me and Lucha haven't got the partnership right, and then etc. This time you've made a mistake ensuring that we concede a goal. In fact, even in the second goal, which we'll talk about, he also was at fault as well, man. I'm tired of Maguire, man. I can't take this no more, man. I'm tired of seeing his head. I'm tired of seeing the way he looks as well. I'm tired of seeing the uniform on him as well. And to be fair, the uniform looks too big on him as well, bro. Like, I'm tired, man. How many times? And then what makes it worse, Flawless, is that they put him on Amber yesterday on the Sky Sports thing.
Oh, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. That was outrageous. We'll address that list. We're going to talk about everything and then we'll address that at the end.
That's just W privilege, fam. This is W privilege when I saw that.
We're going to address everything at the end. We are definitely going to address everything at the end. Big on my guy Neil in the cut as well. You mentioned the Vardy thing. Daniel mentioned Dest. I don't think we're linked with any of them. Like I said, rumors. Big up Troy as well. Says, up fellas, love for Sid. Locked in all the way from India. Love that as well. Say if I disagree with this wholeheartedly, like Pogba, Maguire, and Sancho are the worst signings in our history. What a waste of money. Definitely Pogba's not in there in terms of the worst signings in our history. Maguire is definitely up there. Sanchez is definitely up there. Pogba actually helped us win stuff. People forget this. People forget this. Bruno's up there. I'm saying Luke Shaw's up there. Like these players. Like what are we talking about? Like he's not. Like that list was, it's despicable. It is despicable. And Ryan mentioned Varane is like, Ten Hag's not starting him because he's crap on the ball. This is why you get stick, Ryan, because of the language you use. Is Varane incredible on the ball? No. But is he crap? No. Crap on the ball is Wan-Bissaka. That's classed as crap.
I think people are blind to it, bro, when it comes to Rafa. I've seen Varane on the ball. Very good. This guy's comfortable on both of his foot. He can open from the play from the left side and the right side. From what I've seen from years at Real Madrid, and also his brief stint at Manchester United. When he's on the ball, you can see the quality. He tries to look for the long passes, and it gets there. He can twist and turn his players. Can Maguire do that? Can Maguire chop you left, right, and centre? But Varane can. Yeah, there's a difference in class.
Yeah, I don't think he's incredible on the ball, but I don't think he's crap. I just think he's decent. I look at him and go, yeah, he's decent. I don't worry about him when he has the ball at his feet. Like Wan-Bissaka is crap on the ball. That's what I look at. McTominay is crap on the ball. That's my definition of crap. But it's Ryan in it, so Ryan gonna say.
Wan-Bissaka makes me laugh on the ball. Like I swear it's comedy when Wan-Bissaka dribbles or tries to cut in with his left foot. It's just funny. But go on, Flawless.
Well, it's all mad. Jazz is saying there's still no agreement between Manchester United and Rabiot's camp on personal terms. Deal now stalling as salary requests still considered too high. Of course, man. Like Rabiot gonna try and get all the money he can, which is sensible. I would. If Manchester United were negotiating with me, look at the situation they're in. I'm the one negotiating from the position of power. I'm the A side in that negotiation. So you're gonna try and get all the money you can, 100%. On the bright side, looks like Rabiot isn't going to you lot. I'd take him at this point. I said just bring in players. I don't care who. I don't care if I know them. I don't care if I rate them. I don't care if I don't know them. I don't care if they play in Europe. I don't care if they're from South America. We need new players. I'm just tired of this group of players in particular. So if we go get 4, 5, 6 players who I don't know, cool. Because I see that happen. I see us having the reaction after we beat Arsenal 8-2. Some people will remember. And after that, Wenger just went and signed 6, 7 players. Mertesacker was one. Arteta was another, who Peter mentioned to me yesterday. And then he signed some other players as well. And that's what United are going to do. That's what United are going to do. Tasman is saying, we don't need to protest. If we carry on like this with no Champions League sponsors running the hills, they will leave themselves. That is true. If we continue to, but we still make enough revenue. We still make, but I understand your overall point here. Disgruntled Blogger says, as much as De Gea needs to leave, he came out and took responsibility for his own mistakes. Maguire would have said we need to look ourselves in the mirror like his Michael Jackson settings. Here's what it is. De Gea drops a disaster class, apologizes and goes back to dropping disaster classes. Clearly, he doesn't care enough to get better. De Gea been having the same issues. I think Bainesy mentioned this to me. The same weaknesses in his game when he signed it, the same weaknesses he has now. Still not the strongest, still not the bravest, still not good for coming for crosses, still not good at getting off his line, still not good at distributing the ball with his feet.
But the thing is, do we look at that and say, is that down to the coaches that we've had in the past after Louis van Gaal? Because that's the last proper coach we've ever had that would actually train the players in the way that they need to be playing, improve their ball control. Because Jose Mourinho don't focus on your individual abilities. If you're good, you play. Is it? And Oli, we all know what Oli did, innit? Just sit down and tell stories about 1999, how he stuck his leg out and the ball went in the back of the net, and we won the Champions League. And again, he was a side dish to a side dish as well. So, like, we have to look at that. Is it because that we haven't had proper coaches to coach the here to play in a system that suits the team in an attacking way, or possession-based football where he has to come out and do the sweeping and etc. Because he's an old man now. He's in his 30s. Could you blame it on that as well? Because I remember to hear when we was fresh, his distribution was quite good, you know. Maybe because we had better players. Because he was distributing long balls and short balls were quite good. As years went by, and after Ferguson left, he became just the shot stopper, good with his feet. And that's it. He never worked on playing from the back.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, systems help. So, of course, that is definitely a major plus. But now we're trying to, when he was first at Manchester United, there wasn't such an emphasis on playing out from the back. Whereas now everybody does it. Like, it's just a part of the modern day game now. And that's the issue with that De Gea has, is because he's not kicking the ball long. And even though his long kicking isn't the best, we're seeing his deficiencies. That's why I said we should have let this keeper go. When he wanted this big money, nobody wasn't paying him $300K a week. Where was he going? Again, if De Gea became available right now, where's he going, people? Very similar to Ronaldo, very similar to Bruno, very similar to Rashford. All these players that people hail up and the United fan base will hail. Where are they going if they get sold? Ronaldo's available and no one's buying him. No one's made an official bid. You know why? Because he's not that good. I'm saying PSG, I don't believe in the PSG links. I'm saying, like, I legit don't. Bruno, Luke Shaw, murder. Like, gets away with murder, that guy. Gets away with murder. But moving on, we'll go on to the Cunha links from Atletico Madrid. Your thoughts on that?
First of all, when I saw this link, I was like, never heard of him. Don't know who he is. I saw we played him last year in the Champions League, and I couldn't remember him. We played him in the friendly recently. I couldn't remember him. I'm hoping he's a midfielder. Please tell me he's a midfielder.
Nah, he's not midfielder. He's an attacker. He's an attacker.
I seriously don't understand my team, Manchester United. Did you not see the bees go through our midfield like it was nothing? Like, just went through the flowers of our midfield and just pollinated everyone like it was nothing. We constantly lose midfield battles and we're out here trying to sign an attacker. Can we please address our midfield? Because I've always said this for the last 3 to 4 years. We've been losing the midfield battle to anyone. Even a League One team, we've lost the midfield battle. To Middlesbrough, we've lost the midfield battle. And midfield is key to the way you want to play, and it's key to winning games. Yeah, I can't believe we've been linked with this guy. This guy, Cunha, I hope he's good, you know. But from what I've read as well, just like it was pointed out in the comments, apparently he said no. Apparently, Atletico Madrid do not want to negotiate with Manchester United, and they told Manchester United that it's either the minimum release clause or nothing. And his minimum release clause, I believe, is between, I reckon, 80 million to just about over 100 million. Yeah, and look at that, bruv. Just look at that, bruv. I haven't really heard of this Cunha guy. He wasn't even been spoken of. So is this just gas just in the air for the sake of it, or for us to be linked with someone? I can't tell you much, guys, because I don't know nothing about him. Flawless, have you ever heard of him? Have you seen him?
I hadn't heard of him until like yesterday when we got linked with him. So shout out to Kendall.
But guess what, though? Guess what, Flawless? I haven't heard of him. Don't know what he does, but bring him in, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. That was my thought process. I was like, get him in. I was like, what? I was like, bring him in. I was like, get him in. I don't care. Bring him in. Get him in the team. And I don't care. So shout out to Kendall. Obviously, those who know that she follows Atletico Madrid as well. I asked her about it, and she was like, firstly, she laughed at me. You know what I'm saying? And secondly, she laughed at me again. Like legit, no bullshit. Before she got to anything, shout out to Kendall. She just laughed at man straight when I messaged her asking about Cunha, and then she was like, Atletico Madrid journalist, like a credible source, came out and said there's no truth to it yet, but she said he's a good player. She said you wouldn't want to see Atletico Madrid use him. He's quick, he's physical, strong, pacey. He can play as a false nine, I think. No, he can play. You don't like playing as a nine. He can play like off the striker, and he can play left. He can play right as well. So bring him in, legit. That's what I'm on. I don't know too much about him. Bring him in. Legit.
That's the situation we're in. We don't know nothing
That's
about
what it
him.
is. We got Rashford playing out wide. Bring in anybody. I said Carrington ain't too far from Power League. Go start up Power League and bring in some ballers. Go bring in some ballers. Like I said, if PSG want Marcus Rashford, let him go. Let him go. Like, I'm with that. We were talking 40, 50 million. I'd take 20 million for him right now. Right now. Bye. See you later in a bit and go again, because these players are just not it. Just not it, not good enough, not with it. And yeah, just this is what I'm talking about when I say De Gea. I agree with this. He says, I think De Gea can find a club, but nobody's paying him that money. It won't be a top 5 Champions League team. So Manchester United trying to become a top 5 Champions League team, but we have players who, if we sold, wouldn't go to a top 5 Champions League team. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, surely we should be trying to get players who are of that caliber. That should be the aim. Not every single one, but that should be the aim. But people will hail up De Gea. I've said this many a time. Go back and look at previous Man United from last year. You know what I'm saying? With me arguing with people in the comments and talking about him and saying we should have never gave him that money. It's time for him to leave. And I'm not saying Henderson was the answer either. I'm saying go and get a modern day goalkeeper. Go and sign one. Calvin saying Casado is one of the players that United are looking at internally, but Brighton are difficult to negotiate with. That's from Fabrizio Romano. Casado, I'm guessing we're in the same boat here, Ivorian. Bring him in. Regardless.
Yeah.
That's what we're on. Like Justice mentioned it before, you got Ziyech on your bench. I said last week I wouldn't take Ziyech. This week, yes, I will take Ziyech. Bring him in. I don't care who. Like, we just need players. 110%. Before we continue, we have got over 50 of you lot locked in right now, which is sick. But please make sure you hit that like button. Let's get them likes up.
Likes. Not good.
Get up to 50 likes. Chat Mafia, as Eddie would say. Make sure you get them likes up. Share it across all the socials as well. I need you lot to do that because that helps the channel grow. Because some of your followers may tune in. You don't have to be a Manchester United fan to be here. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you share that and subscribe to the channel. Road to 5K. Hit that notification bell when you do. Jess says, funny thing is, Ragnick wanted Casado in January, but United ignored it. And people wondered why I liked Ralph. People like, oh, Ralph was a bad manager. Why do you like Ralph? Blah, blah, blah. Because Ralph called it as he seen it and was spot on. He didn't sugarcoat it when he said how many players we needed, and we needed open heart surgery. I've been saying this for the longest about this team. But hey, Ollie changed the culture and built a great team, according to some.
Oh, no, not even that. He left a good team behind. That's what Ollie said to us.
Oh yeah.
In good condition.
He left a good team. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Look how that turned out to be.
That is crazy. That's crazy. But we spoke about Ronaldo. We spoke briefly about Cunha. You lot continue to get your questions in the comments. Big up to everyone who listens on the audio platforms as well. Large up you lot on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. But we got to get to it. Brentford 4, Manchester United 0. Talk to me, Ivorian. What are you saying?
Okay, cool. So, guys, of course, you guys watched that, It was a nice Saturday sunny day, which makes sense for the beehive to actually stop pollinating the Manchester United players. It wasn't a surprise. I felt like I was playing that game Beehive Bedlam, back on Sky TV back
remember
in the
that, Taking
days.
It
Yeah,
Back,
you know
Taking
that
It
game.
Back.
That's exactly what I felt like on that day. Nice on Saturday, and it was a hard one because you know what? Yeah, Flawless. We had to do a watch along for this.
Yep.
The first
We did.
45 minutes and the second 45 minutes was pure silence. Me looking at the TV with a screw face, looking at my phone, and just can't really say anything. The first 45 minutes, guys, because overall I thought Manchester United were poor 45 minutes to go down 4-0 within the first 35 minutes. Just atrocious. I never expected this, I never expect it, as my man would say. Never expect it. The first goal, De Gea's all of a sudden discovered that he's got oil underneath his armpits, Like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck? Like, I couldn't believe it. The way that just went underneath his, and then you saw it coming as the match was going on. And then the second goal, where you're wondering what happened? What happened? And this is just basically the consequences of us trying to play from the back. And we just know that we're nowhere near there. The pass from Martinez to David De Gea trying to find Eriksen, that was a blunder. And I just don't know. And I understand they were following the principles of Erik ten Hag, stop playing from the back. But boy, oh boy, at that moment there, sometimes you got to use your judgment, because Erik ten Hag says, stick to the principles, but at the same time, read the situation properly, assess it, then execute which principle you want to employ. I know my manager, bro. That second goal was just horrible. Horrible. From there, all my hopes went out the window. We just knew that we lost that game. And then from 3-0, bend me over, bro. He bent me over, bro. Like, I can't blame Martinez for that, because Martinez was defending, I think, the corner or the post or whatever. He was just there. Just happens to be that Ben Mee was there, and then the goal went in. And then the fourth goal was a counter-attack by Wembo. That's where I saw Harry Maguire huffing and puffing, trying to get back. In terms of players-wise, Maguire makes me sick as always. I'm tired of Maguire. Luke Shaw, seriously. Luke Shaw, I don't understand why he plays. Why he plays football. He's a professional football player. And you can't even commit to the byline. You can't commit to the byline. And that's the problem. Like, you can't play football at all. Like, 8 years, 8 assists. One season in total in terms of the amount of games he's played. He's shit. Like, we saw way more from Malacia when he came on. Ronaldo absence. Bruno, I'm going to report him to Home Office for fraudulent activities, because he's a fraud, man. All of this goals and assists, but when you get put into a system to play football the normal way, you can't pass, you can't dribble, you can't find a player. You get me? You're playing football like it's a hot potato, like the football is made out of hot potato, one-touch pass and all that kind of stuff. Like, bruv, like, what is this like? What is this football that we're seeing from Bruno? What happened to him?
What do you mean? No. Don't do that. It's not what happened to him. This has been him, Ivorian.
No. There was moments where I was getting 419 by Bruno. He was doing deets on me. Like, I was fully believing that, right, we found a savior. Like, we found
because you know why? Because he was scoring goals and getting assists, man. That's what it was.
And sometimes that fools a person. That fools up. That cons you. Do you get me? You're like in a situation when you're on the road, a man comes up to you and tells you want to buy a laptop. You get to see the laptop. Next thing you know, when he gives you the box, you go home and you find a box of onions, and you spent £200 on a box of onions. That's Bruno to me right there. Now I feel like I've got a box of onions at home that says Bruno Fernandes, because the real Bruno's gone. And then you've got Marcus Rashford. Yeah, bro. Listen, Rashford, you know who Dele Alli is, yeah? You might end up like him. Rashford is finished at the highest level. At this level, playing in the top 4 team. I know, I've said it the last 3 seasons. 3 seasons ago, Rashford is finished. Yeah. The brain cells are not there. I've always asked myself, I wanted to see the day that Marcus Rashford played against Arsenal on his debut and he scored 2 goals. Apparently, he was doing his A-levels. I want to see the result of his A-levels. I want to see if he passes his result, because I want to know if he's intelligent enough, I want to know if he's good at maths, science, trigonometry, and all that kind of stuff. Problem solving. Because that's what football is. Football is art, trigonometry, maths. 3 + 3. If I do this, will it go down there in this angle? If I kick the ball in this angle, will it swerve this way and exactly, Because problem solving as well, because for some reason you can't solve a single problem, bro. Two men's right in front of me. Should I dribble there? Or should I dribble there? Or should I pass the ball there? Man decides to dribble there in front of two players and bump into it, bro. I've had enough of Marcus Rashford, and he's getting away with it, and it's criminal. It is criminal. And back to the manager now, because the manager deserves some stick, you know. I've got the same energy. I keep that same energy, you know. I did it with Oli. I did it with any other manager. It's only fair. The manager was naive, Flawless, because for him to repeat similar same lineup minus McTominay, because that was the only change. Yeah, naive in the way you wanted the team to play, naive in bringing in Fred when you should have put on Martinez in the holding midfield and try Martinez, Bruno, and Eriksen and bring in Rafael Varane. And if you had to play Harry Maguire, very naive. The changes were a bit too late. You know, we lost the midfield battle again. And I'm trying to take it is that he's learning. I'm going to use that because you men's used it for Oli because he's been in the job for 10 years. He still holds the L plate, you know. He's still learning on the job. So he's still learning the league, right? Ten Hag's not learning on the job. He's learning the league, the level, because everything is just took him by surprise. He never thought that a team like Brentford would be this good. A team like Brighton will come at you with all this energy. He didn't know the quality of the lower side teams.
I think on top of that, he didn't expect his team to freeze the way he did.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying holds weight, but on top of that, he didn't expect them to stop doing the basics because we've seen these players do it in preseason. We've watched
they're preseason Barcelona in preseason, but when it comes to it, they're who they really are.
When the lights is on, it's a problem, and that's what he's finding out. And this is why I said this is why I said about Ten Hag. One, I'm going to give him time. Two, he's assessing these players. He's learning about these players. We already know. Ivorian, you know. I know. Fans in the chat know. Fans who watch know. Any fan knows because we've seen these players over a long period of time. I keep saying this. He's new here. He's not a Manchester United fan. He's been managing at Ajax. So everything's new to him. So he's seen them get on the big stage twice now under the bright lights and freeze. So now he's figuring it out like, all right, I know what this is. Because I know you might listen because we've seen them carry out his instructions. They're not even trying to carry out his instructions anymore. They're not. That's my biggest issue with the current team right now. I've said this before. I'll forgive a lack of skill. I'm not telling you bring the ball down and ping it 60 yards. That's not what man is asking for. I'm not saying pick up the ball and stick it top bins. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm not saying pluck the ball out of the sky, dribble past free man and stick it bottom bins. That's not what I'm asking. I'm just asking for the basics. Trying, running, putting in effort, closing down, things like that, tracking back. That's all it is. Communicating, open your mouth and talk. That's all I'm asking. Just the absolute basics. Like Eddie says, be a tryhard.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm asking for. You could put me and Ivorian in the midfield and we're going to run around.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm asking for. We're going to try.
Gas out.
You know what I'm saying? But you'll see us trying. That's what I'm saying. I don't even do that. What? We ran, 13.8 kilometers less than Brentford. That's ridiculous. Not running. I will never, ever, ever, ever forgive lack of effort and just lack of a trying and that. Like, no. I'm saying and a lack of communication because that's nothing to do with skill. I'm not asking you to do anything difficult. You're a professional athlete, like my boy JV says. You work in a gym. How are you unfit? You work at a gym. It's like working at a restaurant in the kitchen and you can't cook. What is going on? I'm saying you don't know how to turn on an oven. You don't know how to use a microwave. Just the basics. I'm not saying make me a 5-star gourmet dish. I'm saying turn on the oven, please. That's all I'm asking.
Wait. But Florida, guess what? McTominay can't do kick-ups, and he's a professional football player. So things like this does happen, in life. You know, it does happen in life. But you're Flawless, man. That match took the wind out of me, you know. And then for that, I'm glad what took place after the game, the following day.
What did you like?
Of Ten Hag telling his players, you men think you have a day off today? No, you guys are coming in for training today. You're gonna run these 13.8 kilometers precisely, you know, not 13.9, but 13.8 precisely. And I like that, you know, that shows that he's a disciplinarian, the things that he do. But what we want to see is what we talk about. If someone plays bad, he drops him, and we're waiting for this Maguire guy to be dropped. We're waiting for who else to be dropped? Rashford to be dropped, and Luke Shaw to be dropped as well. And that's about it right now for the players that pisses me off. Yeah, those 3 players, until they're dropped, that's when I can really see that Ten Hag's got balls right now. Because at the moment, because I know when it comes to Manchester United, and Ten Hag is not a yes man, because people be saying that he's a yes man because we haven't signed anyone, and he's doing whatever he can. Ten Hag's not a yes man; he's a no man. But at Manchester United, you end up being a yes man because these Manchester United will shake your hand, look at you in the eye, and say, "We're going to give you everything that you want," with their fingers crossed behind their hand. And as soon as you walk into that thing, what do you start becoming a yes man? It's just like work. You're a no man, and then eventually, because you're so fed up of your job, you're fed up of challenging the employees, you start becoming a yes man. When they start asking you, "Do you want to clean the toilet?" Yeah, man. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of arguing with you, man. That's what happens in life, you know. It's true. You end up being a yes man, even though you was a no man, challenging everyone in every aspect. So you might end up being a yes man because Manchester United themselves have done it to a lot of managers. They've done it to Ralph Ragnick. You can come in here and become a consultant at the end of the season. You know, is this what you want? Oh yeah, you sign on the dot. Things change. When Ten Hag and when Ralph was there in the middle of the season, Ralph told you that he doesn't even know what his job is.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah, and that's just United not doing their due diligence. Jez is saying Ivorian got hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok, and flat out deceived by Manchester United and the Glazers. Yeah, we did. Big up King K, who says it is a skill issue or a will issue. It's skill for some, will for others, and for some players they lack both. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Effort is minimum requirement to do as a footballer. Once you don't do that, you don't deserve getting paid. I agree with that, Jez, 110% as well. I'm gonna give my further thoughts on the game because Ivorian as why I don't stick it on Ten Hag is because did he make some mistakes? Yes, but he is gonna make mistakes. But he's learning here. Like I said, people, it's his second day on the job. You wouldn't be in a workplace and you're there your second day. Of course, you're going to make mistakes. Of course you are. It's your second day. We've all worked day jobs or night jobs or both, some of us. I've done it. Yes, on my second day, I'm going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. But just because he's being paid a lot of money and he's a talented individual doesn't mean he's not going to make mistakes at the highest level. So he is going to make errors. But I put minimal blame on him because look at the goals we conceded, people. That's nothing to do with the Glazers. That's nothing to do with Ten Hag. That's just lack of skill, lack of concentration, and in some instances, lack of both. The first goal, De Gea throwing the ball in the back of his net. That's nothing to do with Maguire. That's nothing to do with Shaw. That's nothing to do with Fred. That's not Bruno's fault. That's not Ronaldo, Sancho, or Rashford. That is just poor goalkeeping, people. And we've seen him do this before. That's just shocking goalkeeping. The second goal is even worse. Passes the ball to Eriksen with somebody on his back. He has Lisandro Martinez to his left. He has Maguire to his right. Dalot is at right back. So you have 4 options, people. 4 options he has. And he picks the worst one. Now we're 2-0 down away from home because we actually started all right. Like Brentford didn't really offer too much, to be honest. But then we're 2-0 down and then you're chasing the game. Third goal, we lost 2 headers. It is what it is. The fact that we're losing 2 headers is poor, but you can concede from set pieces. That I don't forgive, but I'm like, all right, you're going to lose headers. We've seen it. We've seen Chelsea with Thiago Silva get beat to a header in the last minute in the game at the bridge. These things happen. We've seen Van Dijk get spun by a championship striker. We've seen this happen. The 2 best centre-backs in the country both made mistakes that have cost their team in the first 2 game weeks. But all you hear about is Martinez's height. The 4th goal is what I'm really critical of. Why was Shaw one-on-one with Mbeumo? What is going on there? Why is he not shouting? Where's our 2 centre-backs? Where's the fullback? Yep. Where's the organization? Where's the 2 guys? Where's Fred? What's going on? Don't understand it. Don't get it at all. But the game was outside from De Gea anyway. We're 2-0 down. That's too much of a mountain to climb. Confidence is already fragile. And we've seen these players freeze under the lights before. And that's what happened. They froze. And then they don't have no will. There's no fight. No argument. Let my team go 2-0 down. I play for Saturday League team. Let my team go 2-0 down. Man are arguing. Not me, because it's not really in my nature, but man are arguing on the pitch. Let my team be 4-0 down in 35 minutes. Man are arguing. We've all played Saturday, Sunday League. Whether that's 11 aside or whether you play Power League, 5 aside, 6 aside, or 7 aside. Man are arguing when you're losing. These men are just passive. These men are legit just passive. It's ridiculous, but we know they're not good enough. De Gea not good enough, we know. Maguire not good enough, we know. Shaw not good enough, we know. Fred, we not good enough, we know. Ericsson, I give a blind because, like I said, he's new. Bruno not good enough, we know. Rashford not good enough, we know. Sancho, I'm giving this season. Ronaldo not good enough and doesn't want to be here. And that adds into it. Because the players know he wanted to leave. You wanted to jump ship. You're not really with us in the trenches. That's like us doing bad and all of a sudden Ivorian don't want to do the show no more. Man just leave me in the trenches. I'm going to look at him funny. Or vice versa. We're doing bad and I'm like, Ivorian, I don't want to do the show. So you just going to leave me out here in the trenches.
Yep.
Like you're going to look at your teammates funny. He wanted to leave. Bear in mind, he's part of the reason why we're in this predicament. And the reason why I keep going back to that, because that adds into it. So when people say Ronaldo's toxic, I don't agree with that. But I believe his attitude doesn't help. Of him wanting to leave so publicly, there's a way to go about it. That could have been done privately. And now because nobody wants you, where does that lead you? With us. But is what it is. This Gruntle blogger Sancho needs to be dropped too. He's escaping some scrutiny too. I don't think he's escaping no scrutiny. He receives criticism from what I've seen. They're just people who are more to blame. The people who are more to blame than Sancho are the people who have been here longer. So I'm not going to criticize the guy who's been here one season. I'm not going to criticize the Varane as heavy as someone because he's been here one season, rather than a Shaw who's overseen all these managers. That's who escapes scrutiny. He's one of our longest serving players. De Gea, one of our longest serving players. That's who I look at. Rashford, one of our longest serving players. You man have been main figures in all our failures. Luke Shaw's been here nearly 8-9 years now. Rashford's been playing. Van Gaal brought him through. Van Gaal signed Shaw. Like, what are we talking about? Rashford came through with Van Gaal too. They're the players I look at the most. And yeah, people will criticize Maguire, but I'm not going to criticize him as much as I'm going to Luke Shaw or David De Gea.
Sucks, man.
Or Marcus Rashford. And because of Ronaldo's attitude towards the situation, that's why I'm so critical of him too. But yeah, like I said, yeah, no stress. Once we're 2-0 down, it's a wrap. The show's over. Show is over, people. Absolutely. But Taza says people blame De Gea for playing hospital passes. He's not a modern day goalkeeper. Play Heaton. People also praise Maguire for his passing, but he plays the same hospital passes. That's why I want Varane. Yeah, I want Varane to play. And if Tom Heaton wants to start against Liverpool, I have no issue with that. And me and Ivorian will talk about the lineups we want to see, but that's going to be a very, very, very interesting conversation. And we will get to that. Murtaza goes on to say, I've come to the conclusion that Ronaldo is not good enough and needs to go, and we need to bring people in, but the loss isn't on him solely. Reports coming out, he eats alone, basically shifting blame. The last part of that, I don't agree with. Like, there's no way he's eating alone.
You know,
if he was, I don't vary it. Go on.
I was going to say something. You know, one thing that you really said that really highlighted the fact that, yeah, the whole Martinez situation. They're quick to pick out that Martinez was short, but if you watch Martinez play out, he may have a bad game. He won majority of his challenges. Did Maguire win these challenges? No, you know. But yet they're going to allude to the fact that because Ben Mee scored that goal, we brought a short defender. No, because what I've seen from Martinez, you can see from your eyes that he's a good defender. He wins his challenges. He does win some aerial duels that you witnessed in that game, winning aerial duels. What was Maguire winning? So that's one thing I just don't like about the whole bias towards Maguire. Is like you literally avoiding trying to give him criticism, knowing that he played shit, yeah, knowing that he's been playing shit, yeah, just to point the fingers at someone else that technically that I saw play better than him against Brighton. And also against Brentford. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say, man. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, as we were saying. So yeah, once you're 2-0 down and your goalkeeper does that, confidence is already low. It just makes it even lower, and then your uphill battle. Brentford players, you give all the confidence to, they're up for it, and their fans are now up for it. We're like, wow, we can really, really get at these men, and we folded, completely folded. And that's what it is. And now on to Liverpool, which we will discuss as well. Big up my guy Mike, Red Lion picture, gang in the building. Hope you're good, Mike. He says they're all fucking shit. Pretty much so, Mike. Pretty much. But Mike, long time. I hope you're good. Hope the whole Red Lion picture gang is good as well, my guy. Always good to see you here. The pressure is on the Glazers and the people up top, where they leak briefs out to reporters about the usual suspects and people who get clicks. Read between the lines, people. These guys think we're slow. Nah, it's because people like controversy. I've never looked into any of that. Like I said, Murtaza, you missed it, but I was saying on this very show, Ronaldo eating alone has nothing to do with the reason why we getting beat 4-0 down by Brentford.
No.
It's just zero. Why we got beat by Brighton, it has zero bearing. Whether he's eating by himself or it's the Last Supper and they're all sat around a long table and he's the head of it. Makes no difference, people. All these off the field things make no difference whatsoever. They're just not good enough. Simple as that. And now Ten Hag has to utilize the tools where he has and get the most out of these players. That I think he can do. But certain men need to be dropped. Your Luke Shaws, your Harry Maguires, your McTominays, your Brunos, your Rashfords, your Ronaldos. Simple as that. The core. You know what I'm saying? The core who have been here that long and was a major part of us failing last season in terms of having our worst ever season. They all played the majority of the minutes, people. Shaw, Maguire, McTominay, Fred, Bruno, Rashford, Ronaldo. I was named 7 players. So that's 7 from 10 outfield players. Wan-Bissaka's been dropped. Varane, it was a mix like Varane-Lindelof because Varane didn't start that many games. Who did I miss? Sancho was in and out in terms of, and he's new. But let's focus on the core.
Yeah, but
Why are we not doing
flawless.
that?
Sancho's another player that hasn't performed. And
He hasn't
it's
performed.
a worry for me.
This season, I keep saying it, he has to perform this season. I'm looking at him. Otherwise, I'm going to throw him in that bracket with the players I just named. But I can't because it's unfair already because Shaw's been here 8 seasons. Maguire's been here 3-4 seasons. Fred's been here however long. McTominay's been here however long. Bruno's been here however long. Rashford's been here however long. Ronaldo's 1 season, but the reason why I'm so critical of him is, again, people, because he doesn't want to be here. So I'm going to throw you in that. When you came here, we were a Champions League side. When you've left, you've been here 1 season, and now we're a Europa League side. Hold this man accountable for that. That's just the facts of the matter. People told me Champions League this, Champions League that, blah, blah, blah. Get us into the Champions League, then, big man. Get us in there. If this guy's as good as his stands make out, get us in there. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm so critical of them. But yeah, Sancho does need to, but I said, I'm giving him this season.
Yes,
I'm like, yo,
you
you have to deliver. Like, I'll give man more than 1 season. But if Sancho turned around and said he wanted to leave, I'd have the same energy for him that I do for Ronaldo.
You know, one thing I have to say is, flawless, is that I'm a victim of my own words. I did say to every Manchester United fan I was watching the last couple of podcasts that it will take a lot of hurt before it gets better. I did say that, and I'm a victim of that. And it does hurt. It hurts a lot to lose to Brentford 4-0 and lose the Brighton game. And knowing that we will lose, we will suffer even more because why? We're learning a new philosophy, a new way of playing. And it might not be all rosy at the start because the players need to understand how the manager needs to play. And furthermore, you need to have the players who have the capabilities and the qualities to actually carry out those instructions. And like you guys sort of say in the comment, there's either lack of quality or lack of will.
Yeah, it's King K who said that. Big up King K.
Yeah. And at this moment, to me, certain players is quality and the other players is just everything. Everything.
I said it's just everything.
It's just everything. So it's going to take a while until these Manchester United board owners as well make proper signings, signings that impact the first team, not someone that you just bought to be second fiddle to Luke Shaw when he's not good enough. And by bringing someone that your second choice centre back instead of your first choice centre back and buying someone on a free, not those players. We want proper players to come in. And that's the only way we can revolutionize this team and actually start seeing the football that we want to see. Even David De Gea, we need to address that situation now. Remember, we said a couple of weeks ago, David De Gea is a 2023 summer problem. It seems to me like it's a 2022 summer problem now.
He might be a 2022 summer problem. He might be a 2022 problem. He may be. Anaf says here, big up. Again, you lot continue to get your questions in. He says, we'll see R7 go to Chelsea. Thoughts? No, because Tuchel's a very smart individual. And I said this before and I say this again. If you are trying to challenge and compete for major honors in 2022, you are not signing Cristiano Ronaldo. And we're seeing that. The market is telling us the value of this guy and they're saying we don't value him. You know why? Because nobody's made an official bid and he wants to leave. He wants to leave. We know this. Simple as that. Simple as that. So no, he's not going Chelsea. I'd love him to go Chelsea though. I want him gone. I didn't want him in the first place. This is not shocker. The squad is unbalanced with spineless, weak players who should be playing Championship and League One. We need more players of quality. We do, Dominic. I agree with that. Matazza said Fred also gets away with murder. Fred this and that. He isn't great on the ball, not press resistant, not tall, physical. His best attributes are going forward, but we have McToilet who plays there. One, I don't think Fred gets away with murder. I disagree with that. Like anytime Fred plays and he has a bad game, he's trending.
But when he has the good games, because Fred has more good games than McShadow, for example.
McShadow.
Because Fred, to be fair, is he press resistant? Because we know he's got a bad first touch, and people always get him for his second touch. But he's got the energy. He gets around. He's tenacious. He's tenacious and etc. So he's got some kind of role that he can play. Yeah. But McShadow, he doesn't offer nothing. Nothing but need, slides, and passion and desire. That's about it. You know what in yellow cards, and that's what he assists. That's exactly what he contributes to. Flores, it's true, you know. That's what he does. He's there for the yellow card, the hard tackles. You know, like we don't just need the hard tackles and the yellow cards. We actually need ball playing abilities, the through balls, the assists, and etc. and the goals. You know, the half turns. You know, not just hide behind people's shadows and try and make yourself unavailable for any balls to be received. Like that, that's one thing I gotta say, man. Fred does have something. I don't think he gets away with murder. Sometimes I just think he's underappreciated at times. And we saw that when he was playing for Ralph Ragnick, that he was our best player.
Yeah, and he's an 8. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's an 8.
We
try to play him as a 6.
I've spoken many a times that he should be a squad player at best. He's best when the opposition has the ball.
Absolutely.
All his best attributes, his energy, like you said, his tenacity, his ability to tackle and just be a nuisance in the midfield. Like that's when we've seen the best him as an 8, pressing and things of that nature. But when you're playing next to McTominay, don't help when you're already limited. Like and that's what it is. But yeah, I disagree with Fred gets away with murder. But I've said many a times he's not good enough. This Gunnar blogger says, imagine some of the idiots who call themselves top Reds.
That's a joke. That's a joke, man.
Is it? Like, you get what I'm saying in that? Like, it's a joke. It's a joke. Like, ridiculous. There are people who come up in the first place.
So when we get a proper manager in, we all of a sudden want him to be sacked. Let him do his job. Let him actually start putting his philosophy in place. Let us get the play. Let him get back, for God's sake, man. I said it before. These owners never backed him. You can't back someone by just signing their first signing just before we're about to jet off to Bangkok. And then when we're coming back from Australia, sign 2 players to play the last 2 friendly games. Is that real backing, Flawless? Is that backing? That's like, nah, bro. I'm setting you up for failure, bro. And you're not even getting his number 1 signings. And off the back of the season that we've just had, yeah, a poor season, one of the poorest seasons we've ever seen in a Manchester United season. And you mans are just joking around. We've got battered 4-0 by the Bees. And Monday came, you would think there'll be breaking news, Flawless. You'd be thinking, at least sign someone. What? Are you going to sign someone when we play Liverpool and we can't even play him against Liverpool and get packed in? That's how much I just see this club as not serious. They're not backing this manager. All they wanted to do was get a manager that's good at developing players, play a good brand of football, and hope that his skill sets can get the players there. Not knowing that you have to have players that actually have the qualities to do it. But what do you do when you have owners, all they know is American football and not soccer? You know? Our owner said Ronaldo came here at the age of 16. Our owner said he came here at the age of 16 when he came here at 18. That's all I got to say again one more time. He said Ronaldo to his NFL teammates, LA Rams, in a motivational speech to get them players to get to where Ronaldo is, that Ronaldo came to Manchester United at the age of 16, works extremely hard to get to where he needs to get. And the guy came here at 18. I don't know who wrote him those notes, but he co-signed it. And he said it with his chest. And that's our owners. Go on.
Says, how do we get Glazers out? What's your thoughts on Ghana being forced out? Glazers out? I don't think we can. I don't think. Yeah, go on. You want to go, fam? Your time.
Oh, the Glazers out. Yeah, we already addressed that, innit? So,
Yeah, we addressed it. I think it was just take an absolute mammoth offer from somebody, like a billionaire, to put in a billionaire level offer. It'll take billions upon billions upon billions to get them out. Because I don't believe I said this before. Our fan base don't have one voice we all respect and listen to. We don't have one leader. The fan base is too wide. The fan base is way too big to have one sole leader that we all listen to and all respect and all get on the same. We can't all get on the same page. We can't even get all on the same page.
We technically do. They listen to him, Mr. Gary Neville.
I don't think they do.
They do. You remember the time we was meant to sign Jose? We was meant to sack Jose Mourinho. Do you remember that famous speech? And Jose never got sacked.
I don't think they pay attention to Gary Neville, though.
I'm sure they do, because for some reason Gary Neville.
Hey, you know how I know they don't pay attention to Gary Neville? Because if they did, Ollie would still be here.
Bruv, they did, man. They kept him in the job as long as they want. Yeah,
nah, they did, but he'd still be here because he didn't call for his head after he got beat 5-0 at home to Liverpool, and Liverpool fans were singing "Ollie's at the wheel." Tells you all you need to know.
No, but he knows that we don't have money, though. How do you know that a couple of you saw the we haven't even spoken about it. You saw the conversation between him and Jamie Redknapp. He said now Manchester only have 50 million in the bank. 3 years ago they had 300 million. Unless that's publicly stated, because Manchester United are a company and they may have to provide some records to the media. But he knew that Manchester United a couple of years ago had 300 million in the bank, and now they have 50 million. How do you know that, bro? Who are you speaking to? Who's your friend?
He probably has inside sources. Probably. Yeah, like you do. But thoughts on Ghana being forced out. I spoke on this Friday's episode. No, Thursday. Was it Friday? No, Friday, with Eddie and Bainesy was on that episode as well.
Yeah.
And I spoke on that. If Ghana's leaving, I have no issue with Ghana leaving. I don't know why people are up in arms. I have no issue with Ghana leaving whatsoever. I couldn't care. I'm not going to cry about James Garner leaving Manchester United Football Club. I'm not. No. I'm sorry. As bad as we are, no. What's he done to warrant anything apart from come through the academy? Like, this is just academy. This is just academy hype. What's he done? Someone tell me. He's gone out on loans. There's been no reports of him pulling up any trees on any loans. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? It's because, again, academy hype. That's what it is.
It's that British tax on top of that as well.
Yeah, your thoughts on Ghana being forced out?
Ghana being forced out. I was of the agreement that if Ghana comes back, let him go out on loan to get some Premier League experience. Because don't do this Henderson thing to me where you have one season in the Premier League, he should be number one for Manchester United. There's a difference in that, man. And people will rave, our own fans raving up about James Garner last season, which I never really saw nothing from James Garner on his loans, and I never kept watching it. But Twitter timeline wasn't trending at all. He helped Nottingham go through to the Premier League. He got them promoted. But at the end of the day, is he good enough? No, he ain't good enough. He's not good enough. A lot of our players from the academy, because a lot of our fans think we have a very good academy and we should just bring in the youngsters. Bro, a lot of our youngsters are shit, bro. They're not good enough. Like, I've seen them play in the first team and I've seen them level down. Like, these players like Shola Shatare, he's not good enough. Garner's not good enough. Shatare, bro. It's Shatare, bro, to me, the way it's spelled. Alanga, one of the worst I've seen come out from the academy as well. Not good enough, Garner, just because he's got Michael Carrick similarities, he should be playing for our first team. But he's not even good enough. Like, I've seen him play. We've seen him play. I'm not like losing an R and I'm like, there's something about James Garner that I like, when he's been given a chance last season and the season before when Ollie gave him a chance. They're not good. Get him out so we can get some funds, because clearly Manchester United don't have money, so they just want to make some money. So get him out, move him on, academy stinks. Just because we won the FA Youth Cup, everyone can have a good run. Any club can have a good cup run, yes or no? But did we win the under-18s league? No. Did we win the under-23s league in the last 5 to 6 years to make us say that we need to bring through the youngsters? We didn't do none of that. And the youngsters come through again are all shit, bro. They've been shit. This Ethan Lard guy can't even get into the first team, got sent on loan, out on loan. This Fernandez guy that's out loan at QPR, if he was really good, he would dislodge Luke Shaw. You know, Sir Alex Ferguson said, if you're good enough, you're old enough. These men ain't good enough. Simple as. Like, Garner, sell him, loan him, do whatever you want to do. Bring in the funds so we can bring in some real proper players, man. You get me? The only player that I can tell you that deserves to start is Garnacho over Rashford, because he actually takes on players. He just raw. Decision making is a bit questionable. It's just, but he goes past these players, unlike Rashford. He just crashes into these players. That's the only player that I can say out of our academy looks good, looks ready for the first team is Garnacho. The other guy's in prison now. Well, he will be in prison.
It is. And Metaza says here, so it's obviously talking about Eddie and the whole Fred thing. He says he's talking about real football fans like you and me. I think even us two flawless all let him off the hook. Metaza, how do I let Fred off the hook? Elaborate. When I've said time and time again, and I've said in this show, he's not good enough. What are we talking about? He's not good enough to be starting. So what are we talking about? We can't just say anything, people. You know what I'm saying? So how do I let him off the hook? Elaborate, please. I'd love to know. Big on my guy, Mike. Mike, let me know if you want the link, actually. I know it's not ideal, you know what I'm saying, to jump on talking about United, but if you want it, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? He had a pretty solid season at Forest, but needs a loan at Brighton or something. Yeah, I'm just not really with it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see this guy. I know he's a decent talent, but apart from that, does he have the cojones to play for Manchester United? You know, Zidane Iqbal looks like a baller. He looks like a baller, but is he ready for first team football for Manchester United? Just like Charlie Savage, just like I've been hearing a lot about Charlie McNeil. If Charlie McNeil was good, Eric Ten Hag will have him in the first team. Simple.
Yeah, like that's how I'm looking at it. Like
our manager does actually like youth, you know. He ain't a pedophile, but he likes the youth.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm gonna say now. I just want to clear it up. That he likes young players, but he ain't a pedophile. He likes to develop the young boys. You get me? So he's got that in his locker. So if he saw that, he would bring them through to the first team. But then again, do you want these youngsters coming in to the first team because we're so desperate and swallow all of the same stinkness that the first team has in the senior teams and get into that funk as well? Because they're young, their mental capacity is not that strong compared to the senior players, and they don't want to get trolled on. They don't want to get trolled on every week, you know. Man's 18 and he's going to be getting 20,000 tweets saying that you're shit. Do you think he can handle that? No. I don't want to put any of these youngsters through into the first team and get this and go through the same shit that these first teamers do and get into their funk, you know, and then we just even lose even more. It's not worth it, guys, man. It is not worth it. Like, as much as I like youngsters, they just leave them out of this whole situation.
Yeah. Mike, yeah, man, no worries, man. Enjoy your liquor, man. You know what I'm saying? All good, man. All good. Where we at? Mataza says, give me Zidane Iqbal in the 6. This man bossed the midfield of Keita, Thiago, and Fabinho for half an hour. As Ivorian said, if you're good enough, you're old enough. Pedri and Gavi players, 18-year-olds. Give me would I play Iqbal in the 6? I'd try him, yes, but I'm not putting stock in him bossing the midfield of Keita, Thiago, and Fabinho in pre-season. This is pre-season. I'm not classing that. But if you are good enough, you're old enough. So I'm not against that. And when you say Pedri and Gavi play, yeah, that's because their skill set is cold. That's why I don't know too much about Gavi, but Pedri, from what I've seen, like, cold. Yeah, like Pedri's on point. Like, it's not played them because they're 18. No, they're good enough at 18. It's all about, are you good enough? Because if you play Zidane in the 6, Murtaza, let me ask you, who you playing next to him? Who's the foil for him? It's about partnerships. If you are playing him in the 6, who's playing next to him? Fred, McTominay, Donny, Ericsson, or you playing him as a sole 6? Hear what I'm saying in that? That's why Zidane Iqbal probably won't play, because it's like, who's the pivot partner for him? The pivot partner is the guy who you were talking. The best pivot partner for him is the guy you were talking about. Oh, you man don't criticize enough. Is Fred. I'm saying that's the best partner for him. See how things work out. But I still want to know how we don't criticize, how we let Fred off the hook too as well. Like I'm not getting away from that either. Like I don't understand. Like I'm lost. Please, like, make me help this. Make it clearer for me, because I don't get it. Like I'm lost. See. So this is what we said. Funny enough, I would play Fred. He's the one that exactly, but it's a player you don't rate, who you just said we're letting off the hook. So that's my point. Like that's why I wouldn't play Zidane Iqbal. Not because I don't think he's good enough. It's all about horses for courses. I would actually play Fred and Donny. That would be the two I go with. That's who it is. That's just me though. Even if we played a back three. Yeah, a prime Casemiro would be perfect. That'd be all fantastic. A prime Casemiro would be perfect for Donny. A prime Casemiro would be perfect for Ericsson. Now that's all well and good. We can say that. A prime Rio Ferdinand would be perfect for Martinez. A prime Van der Sar would be perfect for our back four, but it don't work like that. A prime Dennis Aaron would be great for Sancho. What are we talking about? You might are the same. Flawless, I can't believe you said I'm worse than Murtaza. You might are the same. He's just our version. He's just from the Midwest and supports United. And you're from Manchester and support Liverpool. That's legit the only difference. Because some of you man's takes, I just don't get where they're coming from whatsoever. You man say stuff and I don't see, like me and Ivorian can disagree, but I can see his thought process on stuff. You man say stuff and I'm like, I don't get it at all. And then when I ask for an explanation, I either don't get one or the explanation makes even less sense. But we move. We'll go on to that list. But before we do that, make sure you hit the like button on the video. There's still just under 60 of you lot locked in. Hit the like button on the video. Share this across all the socials. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Red United TV. The link is in the title, people. Link for the membership is also in the pinned comment. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram right there. That's me flawless, man. That's me flawless right there. Make sure you follow Ivorian as well. Let me see if I can find this list. Hold up. Maybe I'll find this list. That Carragher and Red Neptune. Because this list was disgusting. Oh my god. Absolutely disgusting list. So for those that don't know, on Sky Sports, Carragher and Neville did a list of Manchester United signings since Sir Alex has left. And it was green, amber, and red. So green was value for money. Amber was, I think, just okay. And then red was, of course, poor. So I'm literally trying to find this list now.
First, I'm going to forward it to you and see if you can share it.
Yeah, forward it to me.
I'm going to forward it to, it's from someone's TV, but we'll see what we can do.
Is it calm? Send it to my, if you can, send it to my Twitter, please. I'm looking for it now.
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
Cool.
And I've just seen this. So the latest, this is what, wait, hold up. Yeah, this is what Sky Sports is saying. Cristiano Ronaldo may be allowed to leave Manchester United this month if Ten Hag decides his departure would be better for the club going forward. So that's going to rumble on. 110% that's going to rumble on. All right, hold up. Trying to find this list. There we go.
Done. I'm going to send it to you now. Sent on Twitter.
All right. Yeah, did you DM it to me?
Yeah, DM'd it.
All right, cool. Come. Literally, I'll pull up in a second. And when Ryan says, now we ain't the same, I've been proven right about a lot of takes I've had. I messaged you about it earlier, Flawless, and you admitted it. Yo, broken clocks right twice a day. What are we talking about? So because you're right a few times doesn't make any of your horrible takes any less. You have some of the worst takes ever. And then you have stuff that, not even bad takes, just stuff that don't make sense. Well, here we are. In it. Yeah, I'm literally gonna pull this up now.
Yeah, I sent you. The first one was landscape, but I've changed it to portrait, so it's better.
Yeah, calm. Literally now, my laptop is moving slow, but I'm gonna share this screen anyway. Hold up. Bear with me, because we need to run through this list. Lord have mercy.
Well, it's like again. I keep saying before, English tax. It gets you places, you know. It does get you places in life, even when you're shit at your own job. That's the good thing about being English. You know, I'm British myself, guys, so don't get twisted. I'm not even pointing out anything else. I'm British myself with my British passport, but I still don't get anywhere.
It's crazy.
But
so
like Maguire,
you can see there, people. So they had. Oh, why is this flicked off? Hold up. So they had in red. Varane, Jadon Sancho, Diallo, Telles, Donny, Wan-Bissaka, Dan James, Dalot, Sanchez, Lukaku, Lindelof, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Bailly, Martial, Schneiderlin, Damian, Schweinsteiger, Depay, Blind, Di Maria, Rojo, Juan-Mata, Fellaini. Then in amber, they had Ander Herrera, Luke Shaw, Matic, Fred, Maguire, Cavani, Ronaldo. Then in green, they had Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Bruno Fernandes. That is absolutely... That is blasphemous. There's so much wrong with this list. It's incredible. Bruno in green.
I would assume because of his GA records in his first 2 seasons at Manchester United, and that's what they're basing it on.
Did they know that some of these players they put in amber and red helped Manchester United win trophies, people?
Yeah.
Helped Manchester United win trophies. whether that's FA Cup, League Cup, or Europa League. Bruno has done nothing to be put on a pedestal. Let me clear this. Let me say that again. People has done nothing to be put on a pedestal at Manchester United. Green. Zlatan I can kind of hear because he helped Manchester United win something.
Yeah, but he had
I
a
hear
terrible
that.
second season though, flawless.
He did get injured, came back. I wouldn't put anybody in green. I was saying this yesterday. To me, Bruno's in red. Amber at best. Ibrahimovic is in amber. So what are you saying? So we'll make our own list. Ibrahimovic, amber or red?
Bruv, I'm gonna put that as an amber.
Okay.
For the one season, the trophies that he gave us as well. That's definitely an amber to me.
Okay, so you're saying Ibrahimovic, and what about Bruno?
Bruno's an amber. For his performances in the first 2 years at Manchester United, he would have been red if this continued as well, this poor performance. But at the moment, let's just be honest with ourselves. The output of the players and what they've contributed to Manchester United so far, even though it resulted in no trophies, I would still say Bruno Fernandes is an amber. Me being nice as well.
Okay.
I know you use a red. It's a red.
Yeah. Ibrahimovic, amber. Bruno, red. Herrera, amber, I actually agree with. Herrera, amber, I think is fair. I think that's fair. Luke Shaw in amber is absolutely ridiculous. That's as ridiculous
you see what I'm saying,
Bruno
bro?
being a green. That is ridiculous.
Do you see this? 8 years, 7 years injured, and he's an amber.
The trophies we win, he didn't even play. The trophies we win, he didn't even play in. The Europa League run, I don't believe he played like that. League Cup, I don't think he played because him and Luke Shaw had fell out. FA Cup as well. No, because that was in the Van Gaal, so maybe
he didn't play in the Europa League final. I don't remember playing in the Carabao final
red
as well.
Absolute red. Matic, I do agree with an amber actually with Matic. I'd say amber.
He did all right.
I'd say Matic. I'd say amber. You saying amber?
Yeah, I can agree with that because when Matic played, he did all right still.
But Matic say amber.
Yeah, that's all. But the Fred one is funny though. I don't even know what
Fred
to say
amber.
about
Yeah, Fred red. Fred's in red. Fred's in red. As much as I like Fred's in red. He is. His performances ain't it. Harry Maguire in amber is as blasphemous as Luke Shaw being an amber and Bruno being green.
It's fraud.
Up there doing PR for him, man. Raheem was right, man. We're trying to do PR. That's PR. PR settings. Absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous that Harry Maguire, he should be in dark red. Should have his own category. Him and Luke Shaw should have their own categories. That is ridiculous. That is out. This is unbelievable. Cavani.
To be fair, I'll be honest with you. Cavani had a good first season, but I don't think he's in amber. He'll be with the red guys. You get me? What did he contribute to the team winning any trophies? The second season was a shambles. Always injured. You know, he's always injured with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, and Phil Jones fighting over the physio bench every week. Do you get me? So, I just don't understand this Cavani thing, man. What is this obsession with Cavani? He's a red to me.
So you saying red? I'll go with that red. Cristiano Ronaldo, unpopular opinion, red. The guy landed and we had our worst possible season. Red.
Wow, flawless. You're very harsh, you know. He had a fantastic first season, being top goal scorer for Manchester United individually. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the amber. You know, I think it's justified. You know, we can disagree we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, we can agree.
Put him in the middle. Is it something that's amber, red, orange?
I'm saying red because he was a part of our worst ever season, and that I gotta hold you accountable. And your goals is all well and good. You scored 9 goals from August to March.
I get.
Well, hey ho. So what did we agree with? So we said we disagree with him on Ibrahimovic. We disagree with him on Bruno. We disagree with him on Shaw. We disagree with him on Fred. We disagreed with him on Maguire. We disagreed with them on Cavani. So that's it. I said Ronaldo. So I've disagreed with 7 out of the first. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We only agreed with Ander Herrera being where he is.
Herrera, Matic.
Yeah, and Matic, yes, correct.
That's great. Right, let's get to the reds. Fellaini's red. Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? Fair enough. What are you saying about that?
Oh, no, I'm not going to argue with that one, bro. Fellaini red, bro.
Red. Mata, we ruined him, but yes, red. We ruined him, though. That's more so on us than Juan Mata, but Juan Mata's in red. Rojo, red. Yep. Di Maria, red. Yep.
I agree.
Blind.
In fact, shouldn't even be on the list. Di Maria should be on the other list with Harry Maguire. Because what did he really do, flawless?
Facts. Blind.
Daily Blind is a red.
If we did Blind, red. What I say? Yeah, red.
Yes.
The pie, definitely red.
Definitely 100%. Red.
Schweinsteiger, red, 100%. Damian, red. Schneiderlin, red. Martial, I would put.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's a tricky one. I know people love their
It's tricky.
marshals, but I'm not going to put him in
Yeah.
amber because of the inconsistencies that we've seen throughout the whole 7 years of him.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
so
gotta
I
go
think
red.
it's going to be red. Yeah.
Yeah, it's red. Bailly, red.
Yeah, definitely.
Mkhitaryan, red. Pogba in red is criminal. He's definitely amber.
I know he's won us trophies in it, but it's based on the media how they feel about him in it. That's why they put him in the red section.
He's an amber. He's amber.
Mhm.
Lindelof, yeah, red. I'll go with
definitely.
Lukaku. He did the Ronaldo and scored goals, but I put Ronaldo in red, so Lukaku can go red. Sanchez definitely red.
With Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
And who else in there that's in that other list? And Di Maria.
Shaw and
Luke Shaw back down there as well.
Dalot, as much as I like him, red. Dan James definitely red. Wan-Bissaka red.
No. Dan James deserves to be with Harry Maguire and them guys there. That's another failure of a signing. Like, don't get it twisted. He shouldn't even be in the red section. He shouldn't even be in the list.
Yeah, definitely. Dan James red. Wan-Bissaka red. Donny being on this list is terrible. If you've not started 4 games in a row in the Premier League, you can't get rated.
He shouldn't even be in the list.
Yeah, he should not even be on the list. He should be NA next to his name. So Donny, I'm NA in that. Tellez red. Yes. Diallo's barely played. I don't think Diallo's even played double-figure games for us in the Premier League.
Yeah, I don't think they should put. That's taking a piss. I don't even think they should include him because he's not even the first team in Manchester United football. He's been on loan and playing on the 23s. That's just terrible. But it's because he cost 40 million. Thank you, Oli.
Facts. Sancho, as much as I like him, currently is in red.
Yeah.
Currently in red, 100%.
Varane is on red, correct.
Varane currently in red as well. So we agree. We actually agree with most of the reds.
Mm-hmm. The only thing we really, really don't agree is the Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw situation. That's
Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Bruno, Zlatan, all in like that's where that Pogba in red is criminal. Donny and Diallo being on the list is also criminal.
Yes.
Other than that, they should be NAs. Yeah, Dan James is a red. And to Neo, who says Dan James is not a red, we made money on him. This is about the performances for the club. This ain't about what happened afterwards. So Dan James is in red. Who's in green? Nobody. I don't put anybody in green.
No one.
I put nobody in green on my list. No green. Just NA that. Just NA that. You know what I'm saying in that? Should have just NA that. Fuck all that. Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying in that? Absolutely ridiculous. Well, I think that's like, Jez, you're right. That list represents how much the standards have fallen. 110%.
Absolutely. Every signing that we've had over the last 10 years have been a fail.
Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But again, how we've overseen this bad period and man are making green and man are making amber who've been here the entire time, like Luke Shaw.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fellaini helped you to win trophy, shouldn't be in red. Pogba and Martial shouldn't be in red. I don't think Blind should be in red. Fellaini, what did Fellaini help us win? Because he's Mourinho side.
Some big
he's in the Europa League still.
Yeah, helped us with the Europa League.
I hear you, Ryan. Maybe.
I get Ryan.
If somebody would have said Fellaini, amber, cool. I would just personally put him in red. But if someone said amber, I'm not going to argue you down. Pogba, I agree, shouldn't be in red. Martial has to be in red for his inconsistency. And why is no De Gea on the list? Because it's major signing since Fergie left. Fergie signed De Gea. So that's why De Gea's not there. That's why the academy players like your Rashfords are not there and stuff like that. Yeah. McTominay's not there and players
but
like that.
If Rashford was there, he'll be red to me, bro. I just want to make that clear. Definitely.
Yeah, Neo, what do you mean? But we still had Glazers before. Let me clarify. So this list,
someone 2013, someone 2013.
It says it. This is major signings after Fergie left, people. That's what this is. This is after Fergie left, so that's why you don't see any of Fergie signings and no players before that. There's nothing to do with the Glazers. This is just who we've signed and how we rate them. That's all.
They even forgot about Pelestri to even put him in the list. That's how irrelevant he is as a signing for only. They didn't even put him in the list.
Facts. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. FA Cup, Europa League, and League Cup. Fellaini helped you to win them, maybe. Yeah, I need to check. You know what I'm saying? I need to check. about Fellaini. I need to check what I can't
Fellaini
remember
was
some of these
there.
players I forgot.
Fellaini was there when we won the FA Cup. Fellaini was there when we won the Europa League. He was
Some of
there
these
when we won
players
the
I forgot about in it. So it's kind of like that's what it is. I forgot because I've erased the shit from my memory like it's Men in Black. I hit myself, you know, when the what's it called? I forget what the pen's
That
called.
flash.
Yeah, I flashed this in it, so that's why. Maybe I'm being harsh on Fellaini. Maybe I just he helped us win trophies, but I don't remember him pulling up any trees. You know what I'm saying? And let me have a look. See how many seasons he was here. So he was here. See, he was here too long, man. Man was here from 2013 to 2019. Nah, man. Free trophies. Nah, it's not it, man. It's not it. I'm sorry. Like I'm looking here, man played 16 times the first season. This is Premier League 27, 18, 28, 16, and 14. Nah. Then went to I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Yeah, if the majority of the players were in red, the only ones I'd fight for amber is Herrera, Matic, Pogba. They're the only ambers. Legit. Ironically, the last time we had a half decent midfield. That was the last time we had a good midfield was those three. Matic, Herrera, and Pogba. Like legit, where you could go, I can see what we're doing here. But other than that, that's it. Like I said, Donny and Diallo, I'm NAing, but we move. Anyway, it gets better or it gets worse. Liverpool on Monday, Ivorian. Liverpool on Monday. They are having their own issues, though.
I don't care.
They're having their own issues.
I don't care.
So you're not confident?
Their issues and our issues are completely different, bro. All I gotta tell you, mans, is that what's good? Strap on, to bring your condoms, bring your lube. Yeah, anyhow you like, any way you like it, it's going to be messy. Flawless, I'm even considering streaming my watch along on OnlyFans because it's gonna get dirty, bro. It's gonna get filthy, bro. So I rather want people to pay for this content, bro. Flawless, I'm not confident at all until Manchester United makes some signings by the end of this week. Yeah, and get them training with the squads and all that stuff. Yeah, before the weekend even starts. Yeah, then I'm gonna gather up some confidence. But right now, as we speak, playing Liverpool, that energy, that football it's a good thing that Nunes is not there. Yeah, because it probably would have aided to scoring. But I have no confidence, bro. I just don't even know how I'm gonna go through this whole entire watch along, bro. I'm hoping we draw. I hope we draw.
Did you watch that game yesterday?
Yes, I did. They're not at their best. And not at their
as
peak.
bad as we are. No, as bad as we are, they are not in no great shakes.
Yeah, at this present moment.
Our issues bigger than theirs. Yes, are they still a better team than us? Absolutely. What I'm saying is, look at their midfield. If we had their midfield right now, we'd be kicking off talking about how we need midfield reinforcement because they have Fabinho. Yeah, go
breaking news. We got some breaking news regarding Adrian Rabiot. Due to his wage demand, Man United have called off their move. Sources say he wanted an obscene salary. Samuel Lockhurst has reported this.
Fair enough.
This gets worse for us.
Fair enough.
But back to Liverpool.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Worse, but like, yeah, it is what it is. But like, Thiago's injured, so their midfield options are Fabinho, Henderson, Milner, Elliott. As bad as we are, that don't shock me. I mean, that don't scare me. Nunes got suspended, so he's out. Jota's injured. Firmino's injured. So their midfield attacking free is going to be Diaz, Salah, one over. Who that one over is, I'm not sure who that is going to be. And then Kanate is injured. Gomez is injured. The Cameroon guy, he's injured as well.
Matip.
Yeah, Matip. I was just doing that to get out Ryan. So it'll probably be Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Trent. That'll be the back four. Alisson in goal. It'll be Milnerson alongside Fabinho and Milnerson versus McFred. You know, Lord of mercy. That's what the midfield battle could be. And then I don't know who they're going to play. I said Keita's there. Remember what he did there last time. I'm not worried about Keita. I am not worried about Keita. I'm good. And then I don't know who they're going to play in attack.
Of course, we've obviously
you got Salah Diaz, who's the other one?
Diaz. And Firmino's still there though. Firmino will come.
Nah, Firmino's injured.
He's injured,
fam. He's injured, fam.
Shit. Might do a false 9 thing. You never know, innit?
Who's the false 9? Wait.
I
Who's
don't
the false
know.
9?
Maybe Salah. I'm not too sure, bruv. But I'm just hoping we get a draw. But I'm still not confident, even with with a weakened Liverpool side, I'm just still not confident. That says it all of where we are right now. You know, with those players that we have, I just don't trust them flawless, man. I really don't.
Call it blind optimism. After watching them yesterday, I'm confident we can get something from this game.
I
I'm
hope.
legit.
I hope we do.
And again, people, the key word in what I just said there is blind. You know what I'm saying? Blind optimism. That's where this is. This is coming from a place where we have nothing left. All right, let's say Firmino's back next week. He's not going to be fully fit. So Firmino. So their front three will be Firmino, Salah, Diaz. Nothing about that team. That don't worry me whatsoever. Yeah, I weren't worried about Brighton either. You know what I'm saying? And I stand the state. I sit the same here saying the same thing. I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying? And that don't mean we can't lose. I'm not worried about that. Ray, you ain't even confident in your team. Well, you lot have already threw in the towel in the Premier League already. Show's over. Come back 2023/24 season. Show's over in that. I ain't concerned. I ain't worried. No, like not in the slightest. Again, I'm expecting to see a response from Ten Hag. This is where now he needs to earn his money even further. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. I'd prefer to see the back five.
Yeah, I'm with you. We need to see a back five in that game, you know, and nothing changes. His principle is always the same. The formation changes, but the principle always the same with Eric Ten Hag. So I'm hoping for that back five, and that's about it, man. Back five, a decent midfield, someone to try and do something up front, and I just hope that guy doesn't play.
Yeah, if you said, Murtaza, we just mentioned that already. Are you talking about the Rabiot thing? Yeah, we skipped over that. Like, Rabiot's wage demands are too high, so we're not signing him. Like, here's what it is. So Mr. Maidu says, no back five, please. Elaborate on this. Why don't you want to see a back five? I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? And to James, who also said Rabiot deal is off. So what the fuck are we going to do now, Flawless? We need to panic. We already are panicking. What do you mean we need to panic? We are in panic mode. That's why we was in for Rabiot.
And that's why we want this Caicedo guy now. We're interested. We've
been interested in Caicedo. We've been linked with Dest. We've been linked with Vardy. We've been linked with Casemiro. All this stuff. Like, this is what it is.
When are we going to actually buy someone instead of being
that's why
interested?
Mike, let me know why. But I'm trying to see a back five. Bring me Heaton at this point. Heaton in goal. I'd play Varane. I'd play Bailly, Varane, Martinez. That would be my back three. Martinez left, Varane central, Bailly from the right. Dalot right wing back. Left wing back, I would have Malacio. Now here's where the problem lies. What do I do for midfield? I'd probably go Fred and Donny. And then my front three would be Sancho from the left, Ronaldo through the middle, Diallo from the right. That's what I would play. I'd go with that. We're not going to see that, people. I'm saying that's my team that I would personally play. So let me repeat that. Heaton in goal. Yes, Tom Heaton in goal, people. Drop David De Gea. My three centre-backs, Martinez, Varane, Bailly, with Martinez being left-sided centre-back, Varane central, and Bailly right-sided centre-back. Wing-backs would be Dalot right wing-back, Malacia left wing-back, midfield two of Fred and Donny. Oh, shit, I forgot about Eriksen. Yeah,
Fred, you clearly did.
Fred, Donny. Yeah, Fred and Donny. Then I'd play Sancho, Eriksen, Ronaldo. That'd be my front three. And just let Sancho and Eriksen float behind Cristiano Ronaldo. That's what I would go with. How do I forget Eriksen? He's in there now. But yeah.
Oh, the big Don Fabrizio Romano tweeted as well regarding Adrian Rabiot. So that's when you know it's real. He says there is still no agreement between Manchester United and Rabiot's camp on personal terms. Deal now stalling on as salary request still considered too high, and Juventus are still working on Depay's deal, waiting for Memphis to agree contract termination. Of course, David Austin says Adrian Rabiot's move to Manchester United is now highly unlikely to materialize. The gap between the salary offer and his expectations means that the deal is not progressing. A rival cannot be completely ruled out. However, United are exploring alternative option. And then that's when the Casemiro crap came out. And that's just bullshit for us. I don't believe in the Casemiro links, by the way. You think someone that just won the Champions League and just won a Super Cup, that's enjoyed itself in Madrid for so many years, we're going to come to Manchester, rainy Manchester, to enjoy this shit.
Facts. You spitting. And Ryan just mentioned saying there, if Martial's fit, I throw him in instead of Ronaldo. But I'm classing him as being injured. But if he's fit,
I'm with you.
I play Sancho, Martial, and Eriksen. That would be my front three in my team. What would be yours? What's your ideal team?
Your back four, I like it. Even though I've got my issues with my own brother from the same country, Eric Bailly. Sorry. Definitely those three. Wing back in the midfield, 3-5-3, right? Or 3-5? Is it 3-5-2?
3-5-2 or 3-4-3. I went 3-4-3.
3-5. Me, I'm packing in that midfield because we need to pack in that midfield. 3-5-2. So your defense of Varane, Martinez, and also Bailly. Forget Maguire, which we know he'll be playing anyway. Yeah. Dalot on the right hand side, right wing back. In midfield, the midfield three, of course, I'm gonna go with Fred, Eriksen. Fucking no, I'm gonna have to bring in Bruno. Bruno Fernandes.
You got Donny.
Hey, bro, with this Donny thing, bro, let it die out, bro. The guy, his own mans can't even bring him in.
This is your team, though. You can.
This is my team. I know.
This is your team,
but it won't be Donny van der Beek because I don't.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna see ain't gonna see Maguire get dropped. But I still dropped him. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, Maguire gonna play. This is why it's your team.
I'm gonna stick with my own man. As much as I hate watching Bruno play in 90 minutes, I'm gonna go with Bruno. Because I'm just hoping for the odd assist to happen or the odd shot actually going where it needs to go. The other side of the wing back, definitely, we're gonna go with I want Malacia to play because we need that defensive stability as well, and going up and down, bumming and crossing the ball in because he will do well as a wing back, and that's one of his special positions. Up front, if you can give me Jadon Sancho and Martial up front, I'll go for it. Ronaldo should get on the bench to come on, Yeah, Sancho and Martial up front. I think that link-up play would be dangerous. Definitely. Yeah. That's my lineup.
That's a decent. Mine is Bruno. That's a good team.
Oh, Bruno up front with Sancho.
No, you're Bruno in your midfield, fam.
Who was up front for you?
I played 3-4-3. So I had Eriksen, Sancho, Martial.
Eriksen, Sancho, and Martial. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then my midfield 2 was Donny and Fred. But that being said, I could switch it to yours and play 3-5-2, and Eriksen drops into the midfield with Donny and Fred.
Yeah.
And do that, and then just have Sancho and Martial up top. So our teams are pretty much the same, minus the midfield. And that's it. But we ain't gonna see that. That's what I wanted to see, people. So that was Ivorian's preferred lineup, my preferred 11. What we're gonna see, I don't know. I'm saying, will you watch Rangers versus PSG? No. Why would I be watching Rangers versus PSG?
You mean PSV,
sorry. Yeah. Why would I watch Rangers versus PSV? That makes no sense. I'm lost at the idea of that question. And to Mertaza, who says, flawless Ivorian, would you take Casemiro? Yes,
I would.
100%. Yes,
I would. But I know it's a lie. I'm not going to get myself hyped up.
I know.
That diamond, the only reason why I'm playing Bruno over Donny van der Beek, it's not utter madness. I ain't seen nothing from Donny. Like, let's be real. Like, why don't you play as well? Why don't you play? Like, why don't you get into the first team? Like, you've lost out. Your own manager doesn't even put you in. I don't know whether it's politics or not. Like, I've seen Donny play. I know what he brings into the team. He creates spaces. He runs into spaces where it distracts the opposition and etc. But most of the time, he's playing Casper, the friendly goals football, because he's not receiving the ball. No one's passing to him. Whereas with Bruno, at least he gets on the ball. At least he does something. Even if it annoys me. With Donny, I'm just not sure. I want to see more of Donny. But will we see more of Donny? We don't know. We don't know.
Who knows? Oh, man is saying what? If we lose, we might get Gakpo. I don't know if that has any bearing. I don't know if we get Gakpo whether we lose or not.
It's going to increase his value, bro. That's if PSV lose, if they win, they might increase their value. But even still, they know we're desperate. So they probably could call him by 80 million regardless because it's Manchester United.
It's all mad. Jesus. Woo. Make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you do that whether you're watching live or watching this back. And if you're listening, much appreciated to all the audio listeners as well. Flawless Martial is back. I dropped Ronaldo and play Martial. Yeah, like I said, if Martial's fit, he plays for me. That's why I added him into my team. I just didn't know he was fit. So having him back is a plus, man. And again, blind optimism, blind faith, because that's all I have left. It's game week 2. All I have left at this moment in time is blind optimism. But I do genuinely have faith in the manager. So that's how I'm looking at it and going, yo, Ten Hag deliver. And I seen Liverpool yesterday. Didn't look good. I know if they were flying, I'd be like, all right, cool. So I'm with it. I'm again, these players they've let us down time and time again. I'm hoping the manager switches up enough personnel that we just get effort. I think if we try, the crowd are going to be bang up for that. Yeah, Liverpool, as much as we're in turmoil, we can't stand them fuckers.
No, but last time we got trashed.
Yeah, but that was under Ollie, so I expected to get trashed.
And Ralph.
I expected to get trashed. Ralph didn't play against him, did he?
Yeah, he lost.
Oh yeah, it's Anfield though. You know what I'm saying? And it's different. We don't do well. We don't do well at Anfield anyway. I'm talking about it being at Old Trafford under an actual proper operator. Like, that's what it is.
All I'm saying that these men are just going to throw in the towel. They'll be beat at kickoff, especially in the tunnel. Because why? Harry Maguire will make the players line up on the wrong side in the tunnel again. And when you do that, it just tells me it's going to be a shit match and we're going to get packed in. But let's hope, man. I'm saying.
Ornstein said that you're interested in Casemiro. He's very reliable. It's definitely true.
Yeah,
we can be interested. I'm interested in Black Widow. You don't mean I'm gonna get her number. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
like, what are we talking about?
You.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can be interested all we want in that. You know what I'm saying?
That's United for you, bro. If they're interested, they're monitoring. You know,
yeah, monitoring.
They
Ryan,
like this player.
Ryan, you're interested in certain YouTube girl and that. You know what I'm saying? How did that go? Tell me, how did that go, fam? Huh? I'm saying I'm interested in Scarlett Johansson. Is she called? I don't remember a real name. I just call her Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? Is it Scarlett Johansson? Johansson. Yeah.
It's pronounced
I'm interested in her. Is it
Johansson? Yeah, you know them ones. You know, you have to twist your tongues for that, man.
I got never mind, Joe. I was gonna say something wild, innit? Never mind, Joe. Never mind. I was about to say some wildish. Woo! You know what I'm saying? That. I was about to say some wild-ish. Oh my! Yeah, serious. Just is saying I'm interested in Beyonce. She's leaving Jay-Z. Exactly. Of course, we're United interested in Casemiro. Of course, Jazz is interested in Beyonce. Makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That is what it is. Hey, she died for the greater good. I'd bring her back to life. You know what I'm saying in that. But we move. As we were saying anyway. As we were saying, where was we at? Of course, we're interested in Casemiro. Of course. Of course, we're interested in like Casemiro's a quality. And they even nobody business like she's just fire. Like, let's call a spade, innit? Like I don't discriminate in it. I don't have a type like that where it's like you have to look. Yeah. She's fire to me, innit?
Fire.
Like, and that's Jesus in that tight leather and that, Lord of mercy. All right, let me just calm down. But as I was saying anyway, people.
I ain't gonna lie. She can Black Widow me any day. She feels like it.
Yo,
bro. Like, you hurt me.
But yeah, as I was saying anyway, I was like, yeah, of course we're interested in Casemiro. It makes sense. Casemiro vastly improves us. He's exactly the type of player we need. Are we it's good that if what you're saying, Ryan, about us being interested in him is from a reliable source. Cool. I'm all for that. But I don't mean that we gonna get him. Why would he leave? Why? You know what I'm saying in that? Why would he leave? Why? You know what I'm saying? Paging Dr. Umar. I tell Dr. Umar to his face. You know what I'm saying? What's he gonna do? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I tell him to his face. You know what I'm saying? Tell Dr. Umar, you find me a wife then. You know what I'm saying?
That's Eddie for you, innit? Paging Dr. Umar. Yeah, Dr. Umar won't be happy with you if he heard that.
I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I tell him to his face. What's he gonna do? Absolutely nothing. Show Flawless, I told you that privately. It ain't no private thing. Everyone's seen you this happen publicly on the stream, but we'll keep it moving. You feel me? And like Surfer says, I'm interested in winning the lottery. Exactly. Interest hype. Bye. The Man of United, these shows are getting longer and longer simply because of Manchester United doing Manchester United things. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, score prediction, Ivorian, for the game against Liverpool.
I'm hoping for a 1-1 draw,
That's
we gotta get off. No, because first we need to get our first goal of the season. We ain't scored. We ain't scored, guys. We scored an own goal. Brian did that for us, but we ain't really scored. So 1-1.
Right, I'm saying I'm going all out. I'm backing the manager. I'm saying 2-1 Manchester United.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be
I went with a win against Brentford. I went with a win against Brighton. I'm going again, people. I'm going with a win against Liverpool.
I'm
going to win.
I'm interested in the win against Liverpool, but you just don't know what's going to happen. It's true. I'm interested in the win against Liverpool. We'll see what happens on Monday, innit?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, serious. I'm interested in a win against Liverpool too. Yeah, whether that's going to happen. But yeah, man, that's all I've got, people. I'm just literally putting on the manager to switch it around, change the system and change the personnel and get a response. You know what I'm saying? Say I lost and the rest will happen flawless. I can't ever predict my team to lose, man. Like, I can't. The only time I think I've predicted us to lose actually was the reverse fixture when we played them. And I said, yeah, it's 4-0 minimum. I think I said 3-4-0 when we played them last time at OT that we was going to get beat. And I was like, I was very, very close. Yo, this is just blind faith, man. That's what this is one done. I'll let you know. Blind faith. I refuse to accept defeat. I'm here in the bulletproof. I'm ready, man. Like, that's why I'm rocking this. I'm ready. I said I'd be in this all week. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. Yeah, I said 3-1 win over Brentford. So, folks, whatever Flawless says, go the opposite. Because when we win, I'm not hearing from you lot. You know what I'm saying? Are you interested in blocking Ryan? I think everyone's interested in blocking Ryan. I think that's what that is. So, Ivorian, not what you're interested in the result. What do you think the result will be?
I truly see us losing, man. Really and truly.
Oh?
3-0 Liverpool.
You say 3-0. Okay. So Ivorian's got 3-0 Liverpool. That's a 2-1 Manchester United. We're gonna close out this show. We still got 2 more shows coming up today, people. So I need to, Tox did say he's about, so In the Mud will be happening. That's the Premier League show that me and Tox do where like we decide who's in the mud in the world of football. So it can be any player, any manager, any football club. So, Manchester United will be in there. Many players will be in there. Liverpool will probably be in there. Darwin Núñez in particular, maybe Jurgen Klopp, maybe Tuchel, maybe Conte, maybe Anthony Taylor. You never know with Tox. And then the members Q&A as well, people. Will be going down at 11 p.m. So that show with Tox is 9 p.m. That'll be on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. And then 11 p.m. on the Twitch as well. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer all your sporting questions, but a members edition. So if you are a member, if you're a soldier or higher, then it's one of the perks. So if you want to join the membership, the link is in the pinned comment, people. So make sure you get over to the Twitch, download the app for absolutely free, sign up for free. In the same way you watch and comment on YouTube is the same way you watch and comment on the same way you can watch and comment on Twitch is the exact same you do on YouTube here. Ivorian, anything else you want to add though before we close out?
Before we close out, yes, guys, make sure you watch yesterday's podcast, the catch up. If you need some extra therapy, you get me, guys. And of course, next week, Monday, start watch along, which I'm dreading. I really am dreading. But apart from that, make sure you guys subscribe, smash that like button as well. Make sure you guys as well, after the stream ends, post your thoughts on the comment section as well. Like what you want from the show as well. What you think about the match and etc. Because that's one thing you guys need to do as well. Not just on the comment section, but after this is done, put your thoughts in the comments because it only helps as well.
Facts. We're always open to ideas, people. Facts. Red United TV, the link is in the title, people. So you can click it right now and open up a new tab and go subscribe to Ivorian, and you can find all his socials is there as well. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And that's me, Flawless, as well, people. Please make sure you do that. And don't forget, this show is available on audio platforms as well. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, people. And yeah, like I say, the Man United podcast will be back Thursday, 5 p.m. myself and Eddie, and then we'll be back Tuesday, the day after a triumphant victory versus Liverpool with myself and Ivorian. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm hoping that happens. I'm interested in that, but we'll see.
I'm interested. And this has been the Man United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.